Hey everybody, and welcome to Dungeons and Demigods. Oh, Hannah's the dungeon master. This is so interesting.
Why the heck is Hannah the dungeon master? Oh, Aaron, it's because you changed your name from B,
Hey
Aaron.
everyone, as dungeon master, I declare that no one dies today or ever. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm loving
This is why you should never have.
We beat them.
Aaron, this is why you should never have changed from B.
Now Ben is the new.
God
no
damn it!
Dies.
Hold on.
Everyone is fine.
It's fine.
This is great. This is great. I love this.
Can I just say, this overlay? Holy shit!
Yeah, this is great. I love this.
Jesus.
This would have been way more cool if we hadn't fucked this up.
Oh no, not DM roulette. We are not playing.
There we go. I
DM
fixed it
roulette.
for you.
There we go.
There we go. I
Well,
did it.
beautiful.
We did it.
Hi everybody.
It's fine.
I love this.
I work hard.
welcome.
Guys.
Dude, you worked really hard. I love this overlay.
This is
Welcome
so good.
to
This is
the
awesome.
big bad boss fight of the first quest of Dungeons and Demigods.
Dungeons and
Demigods.
Just called eyes.
Dungeons and Demigods.
Just called
Demigod's
eyes.
gonna stay
Oh my
plural?
god.
Find out.
We don't know.
Someone saw the eyes.
Just we're gonna go ahead and go through. Shut the fuck your mouth, Alexa. Turn on Do Not Disturb mode. Jesus Christ! Everything is going wrong. Okay.
Professional
Alexa
stream.
is like, fuck you.
All right. Better not. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and go through Discord order introductions because it's been a while. We've unfortunately had a lot of delays, but that's just because life is crazy for everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the wonderful daughter of Aphrodite.
Hi everybody, I'm Hannah, Schooner Later on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Oh, sorry, my roommate was looking for her cat, and she was in my room. She was just under all my blankets. Anyway, I'm in my new apartment in New York, and don't kill us, Aaron, please.
I'll try. I'll try.
And this
not to.
is my flump friend that's pink because my friend Lydia painted it for me because blue tentacles are sad, and I don't like that.
Supremacy.
Lydia supremacy. Thank you.
Lydia
Okay,
supremacy.
and
I play
who do you play? There you go.
I play Aphrodite's daughter.
Okay. Going ahead and go next to our son of Zeus.
Hi everybody, I am Ben, also known as Ben is D&D on TikTok. I play Luke Marshall, the son of Zeus, and I hope I don't die today. I hope no one dies, but don't know if we're gonna get that. We'll see. See what happens.
And next up we have.
Hello, I am Bertie the Bard on all the social medias and in person, and I play Cadmus, son of Hades, god of the underworld, which is ironic because that's where we'll be ending today's session.
You're not
after
wrong.
we all
Bruh.
die.
Yup.
Passing on to my
And
twin
then-
sister.
Yup. My twin sister.
Hi. So bitch. There we go. Hi. Great. I'm Val. I use they them pronouns. I play Calliope, who uses she her pronouns. Aaron, if you kill us today, I will find a way to come for you in the night. I will find a way to come
it.
for
I
you in
dare
the
you.
night.
I dare you. All right.
I
I
don't
will
have a
help.
bit this time.
No, you
Maya.
shouldn't. Yeah. Next up.
Hi, I'm Bunny. I go by Chaotic Bunny on all the socials. I play Maya, finally the claimed child of Apollo.
Look, you have a little symbol and everything now.
I have
So
a
cute.
little-
It's adorable.
I don't know which side it's on.
One session.
But yeah, please don't kill us.
Oh.
That's not up to
Oh,
me.
of everyone that's dead tonight, Maya's super dead.
Yeah, you're
I'm
the. You're,
so dead.
I'm gonna go over the recap. That in the recap, definitely.
I also play in a modern D&D campaign over on Fae, Fiends, and Friends with an N. And yeah.
All right. And next up we have.
Hey, I'm Kate, also known as Cloudy
What?
Kate things.
What?
Nope, not me, sorry.
No,
No,
go right
that's
ahead.
Abby.
Go for it.
I'll
It's
finish
fine.
this off. No, go right ahead.
Abby's a great finisher. Go for it.
Fine, I'm
Come on,
finisher.
Kate.
I'm no quitter.
Yup.
Abby,
Kate, come
go.
on, it's your turn. No, Kate,
no,
it's
I'm
on
muted on
you.
Discord.
Yeah, it's you.
Okay. Apparently I don't know how turns work. Um, and also my video is glitching even worse than usual. I've
Yep.
been watching it and I keep resetting it and it's just not fixing itself. So I'm gonna be a pixel this entire game. I'm so sorry.
Well,
So
you actually,
you are and
your
you play.
resolution is fine. You're just lagging
Yeah.
like hell.
Yeah. So you
anyway,
are-
I don't know how to fix this. I'm a disaster.
just don't worry about it. Yeah,
Just
just
carry
introduce
on.
yourself.
We can hear you fine.
I play Antigone, a daughter of Nemesis.
Okay, and then our finisher, our closer.
Hi, I'm Bertie the Bard. I'm Bertie the Bard on all social media platforms.
God damn it.
And I play Cadmus.
Why did I know as soon as I saw the sunglasses, I knew what this bit was going to be? It made me happy. All right, and then lastly, but definitely leastly, I am the Dungeon Master, Aaron, known as Obsidian Olive, on all platforms, including the Twitches. I am over here, and I am going to go ahead and recap the last several months' worth of plot real quick in a very truncated story,
Bro, it's iconic.
just to catch everyone up, because
Look
it's
at
been a few weeks since we've gotten to play.
I'm actually clueless_DM on most social media platforms.
That's also fair. You want anything else you want to plug real quick, Mrs. Closer?
I wasn't supposed to be. The
Abby,
closer.
you didn't commit to the bit.
Okay.
You're not getting that $20.
You didn't commit to the bit. Yeah, sorry.
I didn't
So
commit. I'm sorry.
catching us all up. So far, Quest 1 of Dungeons and Demigods has been these originally 6 and one day 7 demigods meeting up, becoming friends, being chased to the place known as Camp Half-Blood, where each of them discovered independently that they were demigods, children of the gods and mortals incarnate in this world. Very quickly after being kind of revealed to this magical world at camp, they were given 2 quests. One, to find the Thyrsus of Dionysus, which was his item of power, a staff wrapped in vine that was to be located in the northern section of California at Dionysus's personal vineyard. The other quest, quite a bit more dangerous, was to discover the Temple of the Oracle, this long past temple that used to house the Oracle of Delphi. This temple had been taken over by an entity that the players now know to be Python, a gigantic mystical snake with seer-like abilities. The players made their way across the country, fighting quite a few enemies, catching the ire of a group known as the Iamidai, a family of legacies to Apollo, each with their own independent abilities. After one of their party members died and was in a way resurrected, though one with long-lasting consequences, they discovered a 7th demigod known as Antigone. She, on her way back from her own quest, decided to join them in their journeys. They made their way to Northern California. They made their way to the Vineyard of Dionysus, receiving the Thyrsus. Since then, they have found help and made their way to the southern section of California, where they have entered the Mojave Desert, and more accurately, or more precisely, Joshua Tree National Park, where they have stayed the night next to an entrance to the underworld and encountered Sylvia Marshall, mother to our son of Zeus. They are now being led by Sylvia Marshall to the lair of Python, the location of the Temple of the Oracle. We begin in the early morning just after dawn. The demigods have taken time to speak with one another, settle some of the conversations they needed to settle before this final fight. While they know that Sylvia is there with them to guide them, she has made them aware that she will not be able to fight in this fight, as it is not her quest and it is not her place. The 7 of you walk with Sylvia across the open desert. It seems to be, oh, well, there goes a Kate. That's unfortunate. We'll just go on with Abby being split between... Abby, you'll be playing both Vesta and Antigone tonight.
Dope.
The 7 of you.
Some Pog champs, please.
Yes, please Pog champs in the chat. The 7 of you are walking across the desert now. The sun just over the edge of the horizon. The air is still cold, though the hot rays of the sun are already warming your feet. One of you, young Maya, the leader of the Oracle Quest and now claimed child of Apollo, has been visited by her father for the first time and granted a small wooden box. Maya, you've just come down from the mountain. that you've met your father upon.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, she's just gonna come down with the box in her hands.
Okay.
My
You, the rest of
background.
you,
Sorry.
the rest of you, gathered by Sylvia, are standing here in the desert now and see Maya coming down from this rocky crevice near where you had stayed the night. Her face is a mix of emotions, but in her hand she grasps a small mahogany box, maybe 2.5 feet long and 3 inches wide.
What's
What are you guys
in the
doing?
box?
Where did that come from?
The reference is from 7. Oh, the button.
No, the-
Dad.
God.
All right,
I know
group
y'all are
session,
nervous, but
everyone.
you
We'll
gotta
see you
figure
next
something
group
out.
session. One,
Jesus
which is
Christ.
now.
Okay. Are any of you in any way speaking or referencing each other?
I said,
I
"What's
was
in the
Yeah,
speaking.
I'm
I
just-
wasn't
Yeah,
talking.
Luke is
Oh,
Bold
okay.
of you to
looking at the
assume
box
that
and saying
wasn't
to
in
Maya,
character for V.
where did that come
It's
from?
true.
It definitely was.
My dad.
Your dad's in the box.
I was answering work. I was answering work.
He's teeny tiny.
V and
God,
Addie are
this is
laughing
going
to each
so
other.
well.
I didn't know that they cremated
I feel
God.
less bad about the stat block that I designed. I'm feeling
Oh
less
my
bad
God.
by the second.
Oh no.
I don't.
Right.
I don't know what's in the box. But he just said. He just gave it to me.
He claimed you? Congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well,
It's official now.
Hopefully it'll help us. Why don't you open it?
Yeah.
I can't remember what he said about the box.
He said that you could choose to use it in a time of need.
Okay. Maya's gonna open the box?
Okay. You find a small hidden wooden latch on the underside of the top section of the box. And it's very smoothly polished, and your thumb just flicks it upward, and you open it slowly. And inside the box, there is this crushed velvet cushioning layered on the inside. And across the box, there is a singular long rod of gold with a silver tip that is conical, and at the end there are fletching of some sort of gold and silver feathers. This is an arrow of some kind.
That's a fancy
Wow.
arrow.
It's pretty.
Your dad didn't claim you until now, and he could only afford to give you one arrow.
Hey,
It's-
hey.
Yeah,
I
The
think
gods
it's
don't
nice.
This is a red
Hey, the
flag.
gods don't just hand us
I think
everything.
it's nice,
They-
Maya.
I don't think it's just an arrow. Clearly, it'll be special in some way.
I think.
Think.
Unless he's super punking us, and this is just a normal arrow that looks really nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
if it's
like,
like
that-
if it's just a regular arrow made of gold, that's not gonna fly right.
That's.
Yeah,
I
that's gonna
really
go.
doubt. I highly doubt that it'll do that. That would.
I think
I don't think he'd make a joke like that in a time like this.
you're
Well,
fine.
Look at Maya, would he? You ma'am.
He wasn't really in a joking mood. He was actually
Okay, well there you go.
kind of sad. So
Oh,
Well,
right.
and Addie will go up and like hug Maya. I'm very excited for you.
thanks.
Yeah.
Well, now that the gifts are out of the way, you see Sylvia like push forward to the front of the group. Are you all ready to make our way there?
Are you
May as well ever be.
coming with us?
I can see you to the front of the cave.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to do today.
Puts on her armor, grabs her shield, her sword. All right, let's do this.
Addie, you have my flask, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just make sure bottoms up if you need it, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not alcohol in that, right? Because I don't
You
think
have no idea.
I
Neither
don't.
does Addie. I guess you'll just find out if I'm trying to get Addie wasted on the battlefield. You have to
She's
drink
joking,
the entire
right?
flask, by the way.
Oh, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, while I'm normally against it, that might not be the worst idea.
Oh, that is
okay.
a terrible idea. She's joking, right?
Mm.
Anyway, children,
Honestly, I don't know at this point.
I don't think any of us have ever known.
let's head out.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
walking
yeah.
and talking.
Yeah, Sylvia
Yep,
pulls
walking
down
and talking.
her longbow and leads you forward, walking nimbly between bushes in the desert, seeming to skip over any small stones and leaving almost no path in her wake as she walks. The rest of you follow in suit behind her, and you begin to walk for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Around the 30-minute mark, the sun has risen to this point where the desert has begun to heat up very quickly. Those of you wearing large jackets like Luke and Cadmus, you begin to feel the heat already pressing on you.
Well, he's not wearing a jacket, he's wearing armor.
Oh yeah, who's wearing your leather jacket right now?
Callie.
Callie's wearing a jacket. Yes, Callie, you begin to feel the heat come through.
Black leather jacket.
I
Luke will
refuse to
definitely
take it
take
off.
his jacket off and kind
Yeah.
of like tie it around his
It
waist.
is warm. And at around the half an hour mark, once the sun has risen, Sylvia stops, raising a hand, looks back at all of you, and then gestures her hand as she lowers her shoulders, taking almost like a skulking pose. And she gestures towards a large section of rocks ahead of you. This section of the desert being mostly flat spaces with large outcroppings of shelves of rock going 20, 30, 40 feet in the air. And she gestures to two sections within that one large shelf of rock, where the rocks have seemingly eroded and pressed against one another at the top, making almost an A shape without the, or an upside down V. No V, not like you.
I'm not that acrobatic.
And you see that at that section where the two rocks meet, it's turned just enough to the south to where as the sun rises, no light seems to touch the interior of this cavern. Yes, Luke, I see a hand.
Just as she like goes into that like crouch, Luke's just gonna just mimic it like Spider-Verse style, just be like
Sounds good.
just doing a very poor
Your
impression, like,
shoulders
just
kind of
angry,
lean
right?
down, and you go
Yeah.
to take her same stance, and you realize you have to change it up a little bit because she's got a bow and you got a sword. So you pull your sword back, ready to go. I saw a
I've
hand
got
from I think
both.
Addie.
Shields on his back, he's got both.
Yeah, just as we made the trek and started getting closer, Addie would have like held V's hand.
Oh, that's adorable.
Gladly accepted it. Probably would have done that thing where like they're holding hands and she's holding also the arm.
Just due to temperature alone, it would be very sweaty very quickly, but
That's
it is
okay.
comforting. You can
Yep.
easily ignore it in the face of this pressure that is on each of your chests. Something that it makes you almost nauseous. This level of some sort of discomfort in the air. And Sylvia takes one more step forward. And can any of you make me a perception check? All of you make me a perception check.
Yep.
Luke, you have the sword out. I believe you get advantage on that. Everyone else, just
Yes, I do. I'm glad I
two
have
total?
that. Whoops.
22.
22. Okay.
16.
Okay. 16.
I also got 22.
Nice.
21.
Oh, sorry, 23.
Okay. Good to know.
I
Addie,
also
what'd you get?
got, oh no, 20.
That is a 7 from a natural 1.
Nice.
Oh.
Ooh,
That
Callie, what was
is
that?
a-
23.
Okay. And then V, what was yours?
That is a 9 from a 7.
So who
So-
got the 16?
So V and Addie don't see anything. Nothing.
Yeah.
V and Addie,
actually-
you two are more concerned with yourself and as yourselves as you're kind of scared in this moment, and because of that, you're stepping a bit unevenly, and that causes you to walk in front of Antigone, who also does not see this. But the rest of you notice that as Sylvia takes a stop, her eyes are focused forward, and you see coming from the back end of this large shelf of rocks, you see familiar black cut hair, very short, black lipstick, a leather jacket that has been taken off and wrapped around her waist, a large, probably good 18-inch long gold dagger over one shoulder, walking around, celestial bronze dagger in the other, wearing tall, stilted boots. You see Terry walking around the edge of the cliff face.
Well,
And as she walks, she stops, and you see her head kind of look at all of you. And instead of approaching, she walks over to where the two stones meet and leans backwards on the stone, keeping the one sword up over her shoulder, watching you all.
Cad's got his shield out and like is defending as much of his body as he can.
Yeah, there is almost this phantom pain that runs up the back of your spine as you look at that dagger.
Mm-hmm.
That thing that, even though it was through your own actions, it still is the thing that ended your life the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Callie, I see a hand.
Approach Terry.
Okay. She's a solid 45, 50 feet out. So as you begin to step forward, Sylvia falls in line with you. Yes, I see a Cadmus hand.
Is there a way I can just get out of her sight?
No, this is open desert.
Okay.
Unless you were to find one of the 3-foot shrubs and hide behind
That's
it,
fine.
it would be very hard to do so.
Cad
just-
runs 200
I was
feet
gonna say,
back
can
to
I
the
just
sun.
okay, in that case, if there's no
And
way,
hides behind the cactus.
if there's no way of hiding it, Cad's just gonna lean down on the ground, and he is going to press a hand into the dirt, and he's gonna start casting Animate Dead.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Luke
So-
is going to stand protectively in front of him.
So
Blocking-
can you go ahead and
blocking
just
Cad's
raise
sight.
your hand if you're approaching with Callie? 1. Okay, 2. All right. So, 4 of this group of 8. 4 of this group of 8 begin to step forward. And as you begin to walk forward, the rest of you stop, noticing Cadmus kneels down. And as he does so, you notice his eyes have closed in this concentrating face, and his palm is pressed along the sand of the desert. And you see at his fingertips, the rest of you who are standing there, if you look down, between the granules of sand, you see this occasional tendril of something black and amorphous spit its way out of the ground and sputter out of existence. And that takes a minute of casting time, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
It lasted 24 hours.
Correct. Okay.
Luke is standing in front of him, so no one can so Terry won't be able to see what he's doing.
It's kind of hard to mask exact actions, and also
Yep.
she's not, but also looking at her, she's not looking at the rest of you. She's more
Yeah.
concentrated.
It's
on the
more of a
four who are approaching.
protective thing than anything else. It's more of just us getting between the two of them.
I've got you. So as you begin to approach Calliope, Sylvia falls in step behind you, and Maya and Annie are both flanking you as well, forming almost a diamond formation as you guys begin to walk. Sylvia taking the rear. Hey, kid. How are you doing?
Great. Woke up this morning, gonna kill a python. You know how it is.
Oh, you're actually going to kill the snake.
Oh
That's
yeah.
a big claim.
Well, dream big.
I mean, dreaming big is what you should be doing. So it looks like normally I would have to stop you. And she's going to take her dagger and ding, ding, it twice on the rock behind her. But the old man, one of you said something to him that got him thinking. So instead of doing that, I've got a proposition.
Huh.
I fight that one. And she points behind you towards Sylvia Marshall. And as soon as she says that, Sylvia steps forward. I can agree to that. This is gonna be fun. So, kiddos, if you want to hurry inside, I think the old lady and I are gonna have a little bit of a spar on our hands.
Callie's gonna turn to Sylvia and smile at her and say, "Try to take it easy on her."
I think I need to teach this child a lesson. And you see
so too.
Sylvia takes her bow off her back and unstrings it, shoving it back into her quiver, and instead reaches behind her, and almost out of nowhere, she seems to pull two silvered short swords. I think it would be best if we allowed you all to continue inside. I think this child and I will be fighting for the next few minutes.
Maya's gonna
Cadmus, is the summoning done?
Is it?
As she says that, you kind of look up and your concentration breaks for just a half a second. Because you're trying to do something you've never really attempted before. It's something that just felt natural upon seeing an enemy. But as you look away, you feel this just shifting of sand underneath your hand. And as you look up, almost instinctually, you rise to your feet, and your palm under.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can it be like
If
I
you want
pull
to.
him out?
That was exactly where I was going.
Like
So as your palm raises, you feel this round, cold surface appear under your palm, and as you stand, a skull leaves the ground with your hand, each individual vertebrae pulling the rest after it. And you see one shoulder, two shoulder, arms, and as soon as it hits torso out of the ground, both of its arms push, assisting. And you rise, pulling out of the ground an animated skeleton. Its body bare of any armor or clothing, but grasped in one hand, there is a rusted short sword.
Nice.
That's so cool.
On the stat block, it says it has armor scraps, which make its AC 13.
We'll say for the purposes of flavor, it doesn't have, but mechanically it'll have the 13.
Okay,
That's
cool.
fine.
After that, he's gonna start stepping forward. He's got his eyes locked on Terry, and once he gets to Sylvia, he's gonna be like, "You won't get any mercy. You won't get any mercy. Don't show her any."
Luke will walk up with him when he goes up.
Very aware. Maya, I believe you had something when I was beginning. I apologize.
It's all good. I was gonna do the same and just back and forward.
Okay. As you all begin to approach, I'm assuming at this point, Vesta, Addie, you begin to approach as well. Okay. As you all begin to approach, Terry steps away from the entrance, allowing you all passage, and tilts her head inward, her eyes not leaving Sylvia's, gold spheres locked with silver ones, as the two of them begin to analyze each other, staring each other down. Yes, Callie?
While they go in, Callie's gonna look at Terry. She's staring at Sylvia and say, "The old man that as soon as we're done killing Python, coming for him and his whole family next."
Good luck with that one. She's still not even looking at you. She's not concerned with your existence. Maya, I saw my hand and a Luke hand.
Is this gonna, as she's walking past, she's just gonna say to Terry, "I hope you can see the error of your ways soon. And I'm sorry."
I saw a Luke hand.
Yeah, just as I pass my mom, I'm just gonna look at Terry and just be like, "Kick her ass," and just walk
I
past.
plan on it. Do the same, son. All right. And the seven of you enter the cavern of the temple. So, as you begin to walk in, you look back, and the sunlight just coming over the horizon perfectly backlights the silhouettes of two extremely terrifying, fierce warriors staring each other down, dual blades in both their hands. And as you're just turning that last corner, you see the moment of Sylvia running forward, low to the ground, 2 short swords pointed forward, and Terry stepping back, tossing a golden dagger that catches the sunlight in the air and it flicking around. And that's when you guys finish walking into the cavern.
I hate that bitch. More than
When-
Satan him fucking self. Can we just skip the Python fight and kill that bitch?
When
You could choose
when
to.
when that happens, there's just gonna be an instinctful moment for Luke where he's like, "I need to go back and help," and he's like, "Nope."
Grab his
can't-
hand. Grab his
can't do
hand.
it." Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, just takes that Annie's hand, is just like, "Oh, she's gonna be okay."
Okay. Can I please get a marching order for the cavern?
I'm in front.
I is gonna go for
Annie-
up.
Oh,
Annie
Oh.
will be in the front.
that's
I'll
this.
go
Is this
up front with
cavern
Annie.
is 10 feet wide. 2 of you may be in the front.
Or
I
she'll
see
be as
Annie.
far front as she can.
Mine is
Okay.
gonna be in front.
Okay, so
Okay.
I believe what I'm
Wherever
hearing.
Maya is, I'm behind.
So what I'm hearing is Maya and Cadmus. I'm hearing Luke and Annie, Calliope, and then the 2 stragglers. Okay. You didn't say anything verbally, but I saw the conversation happening.
We said back. We said
Yeah,
back.
okay.
We out.
I find
That's
it
a trap.
ironic
We want to be the
that-
last
that
ones to know.
V is one of the back ones, considering probably tied for one of the best martial fighters in the group.
Okay, but she's with her best friend. Don't you dare take that away from her.
No, that's valid. That's valid.
This might be the last time we hold hands, and I don't want to hear it.
Aw.
When did you become Addie? All right. So, Cadmus, Maya, may each of you independently, because you were at the front, make me perception checks, please.
That is a
At
17.
disadvantage because you are entering the darkness.
That is a 17.
Okay.
It's a 10.
Okay. So, you two begin to lead the walk into this cavern, and even though it seems far too early for this, you make it maybe 15 feet into the cavern. Turn 1 quarter, and there is no light from the outside. You are in almost complete blackness other than the glow of your celestial bronze weapons. You can see each of your friends wielding each of their weapons, but it is dark and it is cold. Cadmus, Calliope, unlike last night when you stayed in the cavern nearest the underworld, instead of feeling at home, there is what you think the rest of your teammates felt. There is this deep foreboding, this pressure on the back of your throat. For a moment, you taste copper with entering this cavern. And you keep your eyes peeled, and you go maybe 20 feet into this cavern before you hit a back wall. And as you begin to approach the back wall, Cadmus, you would notice this, that there is an opening, normally hidden slightly to the left and to the lower section of the wall, maybe 5 feet wide, that you could squeeze through, and it goes deeper.
I have to squeeze through a 5-foot wide passage.
Well, no, like the group, you would have to
Okay.
collapse your marching order and then remerge the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Cad's the weapon he's planning on using is currently in the ether.
Mhm.
He's gonna take out his flashlight
Sounds good.
and
So,
lead
yeah, you-
through.
click on the flashlight. The rest of you immediately seeing in front of you this large wall and then this small entrance. Cad crawling through, Maya behind him, re-emerging in your marching order. And immediately, it strikes you as odd that you feel a breeze down in this deep cavern. There is wind circling what feels like a massive cavern. And Cad, you take your flashlight and swipe it once. And you can see in the distance, it dimly reflects off of some sort of rocky surface, but it is a far bit away. This is a truly massive cavern. It is far too large to exist in the rocky structure that you had entered. So either the cavern was deceptively deep, or there's some sort of magic afoot.
Cad knows what. Bertie knows what this is, but Cad doesn't.
And as you all look around, it's mostly empty, this large space, maybe 150, 200 feet to the back wall. And it's circular, this cavern. But what catches your eye as your flashlight goes across this cavern is standing in front of you, maybe 30 feet. There is a large marble structure, 50 foot wide, 20 feet tall, large Corinthian columns holding up a massive ceiling, intricately carved with different designs, steps leading up to this open entrance where there are no doors, though there's also no light coming out of it. This is a structure standing here in this cavern. Are any of you doing anything? I see 2 hands. I saw a Calliope hand and then an Annie hand.
I'd be illuminating it for everyone.
Yeah.
I was wondering, does this look like the cabin from Calliope's dream?
This does not.
Okay.
This exterior does not. It looks like it could be similar, but this does not immediately strike you as the exact location that your dream took place in. Yes, Maya. Oh, sorry. I saw an Annie hand first. I got distracted.
Yeah.
Annie, yes.
You said there were carvings. What are the carvings depicting?
You would have to approach the actual building itself to get a better look.
Yeah, I'll take out my flashlight.
Okay. As you begin to walk forward, Maya, you had a hand up.
Does it look like when does any of this look like when Addie was trying to contact her dad?
You didn't. So where you saw Addie's father was more of a. It would be hard to tell, just having only seen that maybe a week ago and for half a second. I don't know that you'd be able to connect the 2 locations, but not immediately. So Antigone, may I please have an investigation check from you?
That's a 2.
Okay. You begin to walk forward, and the first thing you notice is you kind of trip over yourself a little bit, and your face comes very close to this very cold marble. And as you look at this pillar, the first thing that strikes out to you, and for a second you think it to be real, is the face of a serpent staring at you. Almost a carved relief into this column. There are quite a few of them. With your investigation check, it'd be hard to have an idea of how many.
There's just snakes.
But it is immediately the face of a snake, and that distracts you from any other description or decoration that might be on these pillars. As you're staring into these cold, lifeless stone eyes of a serpent, its body wrapped around itself, and a pair of crumpled, feathered wings poking out from the sides of it.
Snakes. Why does it always have to be snakes? From my Disneyland peeps.
Yeah.
Well, it's a snake.
Mm-hmm.
This is it.
Actually, Antigone, actually, may you specifically roll for me again?
Investigation?
Yes.
Oh boy. 6.
Okay, you wouldn't
That's a
notice.
snake. It's a snackety snake.
All right.
That's a
Snake
snake.
right there.
Are we like up at the building now?
Antigone has walked forward. The rest of you have not told me that you were approaching yet.
Can I shine
Oh,
my flashlight
Maya's
in,
gonna also approach.
in
Okay.
the darkness? Okay,
Okay.
so
Maya.
can I get clarification on what the structure is? So there's pillars
It
in the center.
looks like a massive Grecian building of some
It's
kind.
the Temple of
Got
Delphi.
it.
It's the Temple of Delphi.
Yeah.
Thank
I see a
assuming.
Luke hand.
Just a question because I just checked it and it doesn't say it on here. What is the radius that the light is given off from my sword if I activate it?
It is dim light to
The
5 feet.
lightning sword.
Oh, no, the lightning sword? Oh, that's
Hmm.
bright light of 20 feet, dim light of 20 feet. It should have been on the card. Okay, I must have
It's not on
forgotten to
there.
put it on the card. Yeah. If you
That's why I
chose to
wanted to
activate
double
that.
check.
Turn on the lightsaber. Do it.
All right.
There's no use
yeah.
in trying to go for surprise. They know we're
He
here.
knows we're
I'm
coming.
just gonna take the hill out, just like look it over, and just activate it again.
Okay.
Maya's
Um,
beside Annie. She's gonna kind of try and like peek into the building.
Okay. So Maya has
Cab
walked forward with
Cab would be with
Annie.
her.
The rest of you kind of following behind them.
Cad's
And as
bodyguarding
you
Maya.
sounds good. As you begin to step forward, Maya, kind of trying to peek between the pillars towards that entrance, maybe 15 feet in front of you, there's a crackle, like, and suddenly a bright blue-white glow behind you. And you look behind you as you see that Luke has pulled the bronze handle off of his belt and activated the Arclight Xiphos, as it is now glowing bright light. So between two of you having flashlights out and the lightsaber, the immediate surroundings are now drenched in bright light.
Nice.
The rest of you, having looked past what Antigone has seen, see now that this structure does look very similar to temples that one might see in ancient Greece. It is wide. It is curiously not aged like the buildings at camp, where it looks like it's been preserved. But even though the stone itself looks relatively fresh, there are spiderweb cracks running along the walls. You see at one corner of it, it almost looks like part of the roof has crumbled in on itself. It looks not old, but abandoned and in disuse. And Maya, as you kind of look inwards, can you go ahead and roll me an investigation check at disadvantage, please? Because it would still be considered dim light in there.
Hey.
Can I also?
Yes, you may.
17.
Okay. It's pretty good.
That's yeah, I got a 9. Oh, sorry, 10.
Okay. Okay. Maya, you look forward into the temple, and you see that it goes maybe 40, 50 feet back, and you can see a back wall. It seems to be a solid structure on the inside. And at the very back, you see something dimly lit, the outline of maybe a podium or an altar of some kind at the back, but you don't see anything else of value without actually entering the temple.
What does my gut say about walking into the temple?
Well, what's your gut say?
Yeah, what's my gut feeling right now?
So, let me just. So, as you take a moment and try and check in with this precognitive, almost moodering that you've had in your stomach the entirety of the time that you've been alive, it has always felt second nature to you. And normally you feel it before you think to reference it. It is just always a force that is around. But as you take a moment, you realize you haven't felt it, not because it isn't there, because the power inside of you, as you look for it, almost feels like it's cowering. It has withdrawn itself so far inside of you that you cannot trust its intuition at the moment.
Yikes.
If Maya walks in, I'm gonna walk slightly ahead of her.
Okay.
Yeah,
Kenny, I
I'm
see a hand.
behind Maya in like a twin to the protective
Twins.
sphere.
Twins are
So,
around Maya.
Gonna
Yep.
look in.
It's convoy. Hades
Okay.
convoy.
Despite rolling terribly on her investigation, being the Greek mythology nerd that she is, would Annie have any idea what this structure is?
It
We-
looks like a temple. It looks
know
like
what we-
you were on your way to find a temple, and it looks
Yeah.
like a temple.
Okay.
We know what we came here to find.
I
That
say
snake temple.
we group up and go inside. I mean, that's the only way forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
We should just proceed cautiously.
So the entrance is about 5 feet wide. So I'm hearing Cadmus, Maya, Callie. Who's after that? Annie, Luke, V, Addie. Who's going first? V and then Addie. Okay.
Should
Sounds
we
good.
wait outside? I mean, I'm kind of scared.
A lot of that going around.
Just don't
It's okay to be
cross my
scared.
hand. We're gonna be okay.
It's a scary situation.
I
Okay.
mean, I know you're afraid of snakes. We've seen like a bunch of them. This is just gonna be a really big winged one.
Maybe you
That's
can
not
shout.
helping.
Maybe you can yell at this one to commit suicide.
That is something that didn't. For anyone who is not aware, that is something that happened quite a few sessions ago, where Addie charm spoke a snake and it jumped out of a window about 15 stories up. The fall damage was unfortunately enough to cause it to perish. And you never know what's possible. You never know.
Then she will.
Things possible.
She
Maybe
will
that's a convenient window for us to jump out of.
She will squeeze V's hand and like not let go, but walk first.
Okay.
Power word unalive.
So, the twin safety sphere, you are the first to enter the temple. And as you enter the temple, you immediately feel the temperature rise. 5 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe 3 degrees Celsius, for those of you who are worried. It's a sudden shift of just, it's warmer here than it should be. And you walk around, you walk in, the light coming off of you. As the 7 of you enter this chamber, Maya, Calliope, Addie. The 7 of you, or the 3 of you out of the 7, have been visited before. And immediately there is this familiarity with your location, even if it doesn't look exactly how it looked in your dreams, even if it isn't exactly what you imagined, you immediately feel again like you're back put in that dream that you were in. You immediately feel this closing space around you, this claustrophobia begin to set into you as you feel like you're in the gaze of something terrifying. But as you look around, there is nothing else in this chamber. It is an open room, walls intricately carved, ceiling vaulted, but sections of it falling out. The back of the room, there is a small inlet that goes in about 10 feet. And in the center, there is a stone podium of some kind. But you don't see anything else in this room. The terror is there, but physically you don't see anything.
He's gonna put a hand on Maya's shoulder, just be ready.
Addie is going to squeeze V's hand even harder.
V, you are losing circulation in your hand at this point. If the light were proper in here, your hand would look purple.
I am like rubbing circles on the back of her hand, just to, like in a very rhythmic pattern, to try to get her breathing to mimic that.
Mm-hmm. Luke, may you go ahead and roll a d8 for me, please?
Yeah, that's the thing that I can do.
Is he hiding?
6. Okay. V. As you stand there, you feel fear in your heart, but there is Addie who's holding your hand. Your friends are around you, each hoisting their weapons. In your other hand, you hold this staff of power, the symbol of your father. And then there's a chill that goes up your neck. And for a second, you look around and you don't see where it came from. And you look up again at the ceiling that had holes in it. And as you look up, a gargantuan head, easily 15 feet wide, just begins to slither in through the ceiling of the temple. And it begins to wrap itself around the ceiling. Its face, snub-nosed and covered in scales. In the dim light, you can see patterned pale brown and dark brown alternating down the back of its head. Its eyes almost glowing with this yellow neon light as it looks down at you. The rest of you see V stop and look up and very quickly see this creature. and its eyes look at each of you. And as it spotlights over you, you feel this intense fear. Even if you weren't scared of this creature, it's something almost being imposed on you as you look at it. And then finally, its eyes settle. Maya. It stares at you. And you hear, spoken in your mind but not out loud, "So, you finally appeared." Yes, Cadmus.
While it's talking, can I quite
You
literally...
cannot hear this.
Oh, okay. Well, while it's just staring down, can I quite literally jump the gun and shotgun it in the face?
Oh,
Go for it.
No.
That would be a
Go
mistake.
for it.
Do not interrupt the villain's monologue.
Iris
They will
is
make it 10
activating
times worse than you.
initiative! Ah!
Go
Okay.
for it.
That is
If I
a 17 plus.
Am I-
That's an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20, that'll hit.
Okay, cool.
Okay. 20 hits? That's good.
That's a
That
good
is
start.
a 11 plus 3 is 14 damage.
14. So as you look up and you see its head reaching forward, looking at Maya, its body holding it aloft, maybe only 15 feet above you, you immediately, off the hip, one hand fire, this loud, thunderous roar echoing across the stone temple and then against the stone cavern outside of that. This quick burst of orange light, and you see this this singular slug, faster than the eye can move, fly forward, and as it's about to hit the snake, green smoke covers around it, and it seems to shift just a few feet to the side, and behind it, the
Take
ceiling
that.
scatters.
Hashtag Cad
At-
shot first.
Cad did shoot first. And it's gonna look at Cad, and Cad, in your mind. So I see you came and chose violence today, child.
I choose violence every day, motherfucker.
Initiative.
Are we rolling for initiative?
Yes.
Can Maya say something first?
Go for it.
Maya would just like to look up at it and go, "I promised my father your death."
His eyes narrow. Don't shout out your initiative yet. Don't forget you have advantage on your initiative.
Thank God. Thank God I did.
Ooh. I'm glad I do. Because that was really good.
What a good first roll. That doesn't matter, but
You
know
don't let the villain monologue. Shoot them in the face.
That's also fair. Okay. Hannah, what'd you roll?
With advantage.
Okay.
6.
Okay. Luke, what'd you roll?
23.
What's your dexterity modifier?
+1.
How did you
What's
get
your initiative
24?
bonus?
23.
+5.
How?
Why do you have a +5 to initiative?
I don't know. That's what I've always had.
I'm gonna go
What
ahead and
should I
subtract
have?
4 from that because you should only have your dex mod and initiative bonus.
Okay.
You also said we
I don't
could
know
swap
how
it
I
out
did that.
for
Oh, you did
wisdom.
say
Oh,
you
yeah,
could
yeah,
wisdom.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
right,
yeah,
with
yeah,
wisdom.
It's
Yeah.
wisdom. It's wisdom.
That's
why.
correct. That's
why.
correct. I was so
But-
confused.
It is
Your
+5.
wisdom modifier should be +4, yeah?
Wait, it's plus wisdom?
Yes.
Yeah, you can
It's
choose to have
either.
a
Do
wisdom
you
or
want
dexterity.
Dex or Wiz?
This is a homebrew rule from a while ago that we haven't had to deal with because it's been a
So
while since we've
So it
done
should be
this.
+4 then, not +5.
Okay. Okay.
Because
I
have,
also wasn't
wisdom.
here
yeah,
in
I
the
have plus
beginning.
+4 wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Cadmus,
Okay.
what'd you roll?
Yes. So +4. So
I got
22.
with an 18 plus 2, I got a unnatural 20.
Okay. Calliope, what'd you roll?
14 plus 4, so 18.
18. Okay. Let's see here. Maya, what'd you roll?
Natural 20 +4, 24.
Oh, Maya with the spicy roll. All right. Let's see here. V, what'd you roll?
A 23.
What the fuck? All right. Let's see here.
Let's go.
V.
Let's
Okay.
go!
And
Great
lastly,
results.
Annie, what'd you roll?
a 19, which I was really proud of until I heard all
Nice.
these 20-somethings.
Nice. Actually,
guys.
you all rolled really well.
How about this combat music? Her arcane anthems, eye bites.
Arcane Anthems is the
Let's
best.
go.
We love
Oh, wow,
love
yeah.
Arcane Anthems.
I
We
rolled a
stand at
natural
Arcane Anthems.
1 and then a 3. Like, I don't know why they're so angry.
I'm sorry. Also, Hannah, you know how we stand Arcane Anthems? We don't stand bots in chat.
No, we don't.
F that bot. All right, let's see here. So, at the beginning of initiative, before Maya has a chance to take her turn, the lair action will begin.
Oh.
So, as you are all standing there, the yellows of Python's large serpentine eyes, each easily as large as a dinner plate, stare down at you and almost glow with anticipation. Then you realize it's not an almost. They are actually glowing. And as you look around, intricate carvings on the wall also begin to glow. Paragraphs and paragraphs of words and carvings of small serpentine creatures. As you look around, from the walls, those carvings that Annie had seen earlier, phantasmal images of them begin to peel themselves off of the statues. And at the moment, you see 5 flying gold spectral snakes begin to pull themselves off of the walls as they begin to fly around and join the initiative order. Ooh, that's really decent. Okay, Calliope, what's your dexterity mod?
+4.
Can you roll off with me, please? Oh, you win.
Yee.
I rolled a 1. You win. I rolled a 1.
Oh, an 18.
Yeah. Okay. So, that is going to go ahead and spawn the flying snakes, of which they are all about 20 feet above you, and they are on each separate part of the room. To describe the room fully for everyone, this is a 50 by 40 rectangle, 50 back, 40 wide. You are all at the beginning of the room. Python is about 15 feet up and about 10 feet over in the center of the room, and there is a snake in each corner and one above the inlet of the room. If anyone needs
Versus
refreshing
5.
later on, let me know.
How many
Yep.
snakes? 5?
5 total at the
How
moment.
tall is the ceiling?
Ceiling is about 30 feet tall.
How big are the
30 feet,
snakes?
and Python is 15 feet, so he's okay. Thank you.
The individual snakes are maybe as long as your forearm, like in terms of like
They're normal snake size. Okay.
they're normal snake size. They are not spectral pythons. All
I
right.
don't feel like
So
person
first person,
size.
yeah. First person up in initiative is gonna go ahead and be Maya. You're staring up at this thing. What are you doing?
Hunter's Mark, Python.
Okay, go for it.
And then... okay. She's gonna fire at Python.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit.
That's an 18 to hit.
That's an 18 hit. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Is it too late to classify it's a bestial shot?
It would be too late at this point. I
Okay.
apologize for that. Yeah.
No, it's all good. That's... that's 12 points of
Okay.
piercing damage.
Okay. So you turn and just staring at those eyes, your hands stiff with fear, but you still push through it, moving, pulling the longbow granted to you by your friend Chuck, who you still don't know the status of after Python's minions went after him. You pull back an arrow, forgetting to imbue it with magic because you're so focused on the creature in front of you, and fire. And as you do so, the arrow... and you see the slight piece of wood sticking out of a small spot between two of the scales on Python's shoulder. It looking mostly uninterested in what you've done. But as you strike it with the attack, you see the temple to the side of you begin to flare with magic. And there's almost like this intense radiant sunlight appears out of the glyphs on the wall and strikes you in a ray of light. You take 4 points of radiant damage as you strike Python.
Yikes.
This
So,
is fine.
Do you have anything else to do on your turn?
I have a second attack.
Oh,
'cause I
did you
took-
add the necrotic damage from Hex?
I did.
Okay.
From Mahana's Mark, yes.
Question.
but-
Sorry. Hunter's Mark is just weapon damage. I was thinking Hex, which
Yeah.
does necrotic damage, and that does matter.
No, it's just Hunter's Mark. Second attack.
Okay.
That's really good. That's 24. That's gonna be a prowling shot.
Okay. Normally, again, you would say it before you make the
okay.
attack roll, but that's okay.
Okay. No, that's fine. I won't include it. I'll just do it
Okay.
on my other, because
Appreciate you.
Use a bonus action. Nope, I can't because I used it for Hunter's Mark. Never
You did
mind.
use it for Hunter's Mark.
That's 15 points again.
Okay. 15 points. Good to know. As you strike it, another arrow. You're grouping so good as another arrow appears right next to the first. Again, he does not seem to be very bothered by what you've done. All right. So next up, we're gonna go have V. Luke, you are on deck.
Gonna look over to Addie, ask, what's your favorite animal?
Horses.
Gives the staff a little bit of spin, slams it down the ground, summoning the shambling mound in the shape of a horse.
Knew it was coming. Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good. So as you bring this staff, which you've only gotten to practice with just a little bit, but you instinctively know one of its effects. You swing one arm down and bring the staff. It strikes the ground, and along the center of the temple, you see the stones begin to crack as vines appear at the bottom of the staff. Where are you summoning this to?
I am summoning it. So Python's kind of close to us, near the most dense part of where the spectral bitches are.
Okay, that'd be at the far back of the temple.
Far back of the room.
Okay,
This horse also is going to resemble as closely as possible that like speckled white and black one that Addie likes.
Okay, so you see patches of wood and vine begin to appear out of this crack in the ground as they come together, forming this animate creation of nature. These sections of vine wood and just living vine. The discoloration barely noticeable as you don't have much practice with it, but it's enough to where if you know what you're looking for, you can see it. And I believe it works on your initiative, correct?
Yes, it does. That's what we
Okay.
agreed on.
Okay, so what is it doing?
Well, it can't actually reach any of them because all of its things are
They are
5
20 feet in the air currently.
20 feet in the air, so it is just going to stay there and prepare its action to multi-attack if any of the spectral snakes come within 5 feet of it, to do 2 slam attacks against it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a really good use of the staff. All right, next person up is Luke. Cadmus, you're on deck. Oh, sorry, V.
All
Did you
right.
have anything else? You seem
I
to cut off.
can't do anything.
Okay, sounds good. Luke, what you doing?
Right. Seeing, obviously, Python is the threat, but seeing that there are other snakes as well, he's just going to turn to everyone and just be like, none of you die, please. Let's do this. And he's going to just take off the ground. He's going to fly up to 20 feet. He's going to strike at the closest one.
Okay, so you're
another
going.
I'm dying.
So, are you going for the one on the right or the left?
Right.
Okay, on the right. So you turn foot and you jump in the air, the wind's pulling underneath you. And you pull on that like natural breeze that is mysteriously already in this cavern, pushing yourself up into the air, lightsaber in hand. Fucking,
Both
you gonna
swords
roll
in
me some
hand.
attacks? Both swords or
Yeah.
no shield?
Yes. AC
Okay.
is lower. I've lowered it. Cool. Right. So, I'm going to strike with the sword. 98.
The lightning sword
Wait,
only
no,
deals
sorry,
1d6,
never mind.
remember?
Yeah, I'm using the long sword.
Okay.
Plus 5. That is a 13.
13 to hit the snake?
For the first one. Yeah.
To hit the snake, let me just, I apologize, scroll up real quick. Unfortunately, as you swipe forward, you just miss it. As it's kind of ducking and weaving in the air, its body held aloft by this pair of spectral wings.
Gonna bring it back again and try and hit it a second
bring it
time.
for another attack. Sounds good.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
There you go. Go ahead and
There
roll
we
some
go.
damage.
That's more like it.
There we go. Much better.
Right. So double this. It's 6, so that's maths 12 plus 3, so 15 slashing damage, and then I can offhand. So I took the feet. I can offhand with the
Yeah, with the
lightning sword.
backswing. Yep.
Cool. So yeah, 15 slashing damage, and then bring the lightning sword in. But I don't add my mod to that, correct?
Mod
That's
to the
just
damage. You
straight.
still roll it to the attack roll.
Yeah. That is a 13 plus 5.
Okay, that's an 18. That'll go ahead and hit. I'm not gonna have you
Cool.
roll damage for this because as you bring it up, the first sword missing, but on the backswing, swiping up across the spectral form. The second swing brings it back, and just the spark of lightning as it first makes contact, it scatters into golden light. The first of them being destroyed.
Okay. Good start.
Okay. Anything else on your turn? I believe that's your movement, bonus action, action,
That's
right?
movement, action, bonus action.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
I believe you still have 10 feet of movement if you would like to move, because it was only 20 feet to get to that snake.
Yeah. Just so I'm not as high in the air, if something goes wrong, I'm gonna lower myself 10 feet, so I'm only 10 feet off the ground rather than 20 feet.
Sounds good. All right.
Last turn.
Next person up is going to be Cadmus. On deck is going to be Annie.
Right, well, as a free action, I'd like to thank Rudolph for complimenting the overlay because I worked hard on it, thank you. And then I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to command my skeletal warrior. I'm going to say, destroy the small spectral snakes.
Okay.
And with that, I assume he'll probably ready an action for if a snake gets close enough to him. But I don't have to command him anymore. If he can kill a snake, he will do it.
Yes.
And then because I can't summon my Shadow Blade, I'm going to just 2 shots right in Python's stupid big fat snaky face.
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead and go for it.
Well, first off, that's a natural 20 on the first one.
Good to know.
Nat 20s, guys. We need them today.
We do need them. Holy shit. And that's gonna be
So that natural 20.
Yeah.
You look up, and you feel this moment of I've got it lined up. He's staring at Maya. You've got it the slug perfectly trained on his eye, and fire. And as he does, you do so. You see him look back at you. The eyes looking at you. And that 20, let me look at the document, is going to go ahead and be replaced with a 6.
Which is a 9
as he
total.
bends fate. So that is a total of what to hit?
9.
There's a 9 to hit. Unfortunately, that is not enough to hit.
Okay, on my second attack, I roll an unnatural 20.
Okay,
Roll a
that definitely
stupid,
still hits.
slutty, dirty 20.
Yeah, the slutty, dirty 20. Go
But I
for
rolled
it.
max damage. That's 2 8s.
Hell yeah!
That's 16 plus 2 plus 1s.
Nice.
That's a total of 19 damage.
19 damage. All right. You see him look at you, and it doesn't look like he's expecting it. When the first shot misses, you see if a snake could smile, it does so. And it begins to turn away from you, no longer concerned. And then there's just an immediate click, boom! Full damage across the underside of the jaw. You see the speckled celestial bronze slug pushing up against its jawbone, its head backing away from you.
Hey! Look at me, motherfucker!
All right, let's see here. Next
I'm
person
done
up
with
is
you
going to
yet.
go ahead and be Annie. Calliope, you're on deck. Actually, at the end of Cadmus's turn, he's going to go ahead and use one of his legendary actions.
Of course he is.
To do a tail smash. Let's see here. So that's going to line up to be Maya, Calliope, and Cadmus, because you 3 are in the protective twin sphere.
Oh, beans.
Can each of you please make me a dexterity saving throw?
I shouldn't have sent you that goddamn stat block for that sea serpent.
Oh, I didn't even touch that. This
Okay.
is completely separately.
Dex save.
Yeah, dex save.
Saucy 20.
It's a 13.
Saucy 20. 13. Okay, Maya, what'd you roll? You're muted right now.
Brain is breaking from math. 16.
16. So it sounds like so wait, Cadmus, when did you get?
13.
So
I'm sexy, not Dexy.
I want that on a t-shirt. Cadmus, as you are looking up at the snake, you feel so confident with your gun in one hand and the shield in the other. And then you see, as his head rears up, the tail comes from behind him, still attached to the ceiling as he's wrapped all the way around one section of the ceiling, and lands on you, green smoke trailing from it as it slaps down on you. You are going to go ahead and take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, while the other 2 take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
That'll go ahead and suck.
And that's, yeah. So,
That's a lot.
yeah, now we're
Even for
moving on
me.
to Annie's turn. Calliope, you're on deck. Annie, you are still muted.
Shoot, this is why I do not mute myself. Okay, so I'm going to look up at Python, and I will cast use my bonus action to cast Hex.
Okay. So at this point, you see that Maya, while the energy around you looking at it, you see it almost like targeting it in your eye with your hunter's mark available. As Annie activates her hex and you're looking up at it, you see her thrust out her hand. And as she does so, this black smoke begins to appear integrated with the green around Python, and it concentrates in on it. Annie, you look up, making eye contact, and one of the slit pupils of Python has now become a set of black scales.
Okay, and with that, I'm going to give it disadvantage on strength checks.
Strength checks. Good to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. There's no way I can get within melee of it, right? Because he's still up in the ceiling.
He's about 15 feet in the air right now, yeah.
Can I jump and swing?
Don't you have
Don't
you have a reach weapon?
Make me an You could pull out the whip. The whip would be able to hit it from here.
The wimp is wimpy.
Okay, so if you want to make me an athletics check to a check to attempt to get within range, you'll only be able to make one attack if you do so, though.
Fine, I'll take out the whip.
Okay. Sounds good. So you looking up at it, quickly stow the sword, pulling out the whip, cracking it once.
Yeah, just grabbing the whip, taking it out of its mango form, and just go, chew, full Indiana Jones.
Okay, roll the hit.
I will run up however much I need to, but yeah.
Oh, you don't need to at this point.
Yeah, cool. That is the first is a dirty 20.
Okay, that hits.
Yeah, and then it does 6 points of damage.
Okay, sounds good.
The second is ooh, natural 20.
Sounds good. So you full on natural 20, roll damage. He's not gonna waste another one of his foretelling dice already.
Yeah. Remind me how is it?
Double the dice.
Okay, so just roll twice or no? Roll and then
Roll
double
once
that.
and double it.
I rolled max damage, so that's 4.
Okay.
Plus 4 is 8.
Yep.
Plus 4 is 12.
12. Yes, correct.
Rolled 12 damage on a natural 20. My whip
Hell
is
yeah.
one-
Whip is wimpy.
Yeah.
But the whip let you hit. Your sword wouldn't have let you hit this round, really.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fine.
So yeah, I don't think there's anything else on your turn. Calliope, you're up. Flying snakes are on deck.
Fine question.
Also,
Animate
do you,
dead. That's one
reduce
round
the
to do.
necrotic?
That
1
animate
minute.
dead is 1 minute.
That's why I did it before we came in.
Yeah, 1 minute.
1 necrotic damage?
Yeah.
No, hold on. 6 total necrotic.
6
Sorry.
total necrotic damage. That's totally
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, that is 1 minute to do, which is why Cadmus did it outside.
Hey, I'm gonna use my crossbow instead then.
Okay, sounds good. All right, go ahead and roll an attack.
Oh no, that's a 19, not a 9. 24.
24 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, I got it wrong anyway. Okay. It was actually a 25. I'm good at math.
That's fine. That's fine. It definitely hits.
I think this is right. I think it's a 1d8 and then plus dex. So I think that's a 10.
That's total of 10. All right, sounds good. So as you're standing there, sorry, I forgot to describe this. Annie, full on, begins to whack the snake with her whip. Whap. That's a whap. Anyway, and as you see between 2 strikes, the snake is open, so you very quickly drop to 1 knee, pulling out your crossbow and fire, and you see another bolt embedded. The front of this snake already beginning to look like a bit of a porcupine with Maya's arrows and your crossbow bolt sticking out of it. I don't believe you can multi-attack with a crossbow without a feat. So do you have anything else you'd like to do?
No, I want to use bonus action. I'd like to use my Lamia's left eye, please.
Okay. Give me just a moment. Let me.
Whap
pull-
is Annie's tennis grunt. Whenever she hits with her whip, she goes whap.
Okay. I was just making sure that there was no save. Which of the pieces of information would you like to find out?
It's my person when it comes to attack, so we're gonna go.
Does he look like a bitch?
resistances.
With its
Does
resistances?
he look like a little bitch? Huh?
Does he
Resistances
look
and
like a
immunities.
Resistances and immunities. You see that currently you feel as though striking it with any non-magical weapon would probably not be the best idea, but outside of that, it has no resistances or immunities.
Okay. As my movement, I'd like to position myself in front of Maya.
Okay, sounds good. You will be first in line
gonna
if any
crouch.
line attacks happen. Sounds good.
That's
You
okay.
crouch down.
Bring it on.
All right. Next person up is the Flying Snakes, and Python is on deck. But actually, at the end of Calliope's turn, it'll use its last legendary action for the round. Let's see here. Yeah, it's going to turn, and it sees... Actually, let me double check something. Yeah, it's going to go ahead, and it sees at that moment that the bolt hits it, its eyes seem to spot the large, shambling vine creature behind it, and it's going to go ahead and make a tail smash at it. Which is going to... All right, so it's going to fail the save. If you're marking down the HP for your shambling mound, that is going to lose a total of 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Was it a save or to hit?
It was a save, and I rolled the save. I apologize. I was just going through the motions.
No worries. It said 18.
Yeah, 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. Thank you.
I rolled almost max on that.
I am
let me
keeping
see
track
here.
of its health and saves and all of that kind of stuff. I have it.
Sounds good. Then I'll just have you make the saves from now on. All right, so that's its last legendary action. The snakes are going to go now. Let's see here. 2 of the snakes, because there's 4 remaining, the one from the alcove and the one from the far corner, are going to make their attacks at the creature. That's going to be not very high. It's going to be an 11 to hit and a 12 to hit on the shambling mound. V?
No, that does not hit.
Neither of those hit. All right, and then of the group, the third one is going to go ahead and make an attack on Addie. Addie, does a 16 hit you? Actually, before it can actually hit you, I have to do something real quick. Cadmus, can you please use your skeleton's held action? Oh no, it wasn't the skeleton that had held action. It was the vine creature. The vine creature had held action.
They both did.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sounds
they
good.
both did, yeah.
So then, can both of you make held actions against the snakes? Addie, you have something you wanted to say.
No, it does not.
19.
No, it
to
does
hit.
not.
does
Okay,
not.
sounds good. 19 to hit.
First one for mine is a 26. The second one is a 22.
Both of you hit all the attacks. Go ahead and roll damage.
7 piercing damage.
7 piercing damage. Okay.
18 on the first. 16 on the second. Bludgeoning, magical.
So, as one snake reaches down to bite into Addie, you see a skeletal hand come out of nowhere, whack it to the side, and stab with a sword as it's going on its murder spree towards the snake. It stabs into the radiant form of this spectral snake, and energy begins to pour out of the side. It's not dispersed. However, in the distance, you can see the shambling mound as it's being attacked by the 2 snakes. As both of them make their attacks, it reaches forward, grabs both of them by the face, and just slams them together into a sparks of golden light, and then its arms return to being horse hooves as it broke form to make those attacks.
I fucking love that so much.
So wait, so it took out both of them?
It took out both the ones that attacked it because...
Christ.
Nice.
and then the last of the
That's 3 out of
snakes
5.
is going to go ahead and make an attack at V. Ooh, that is very, very low. That is going to go ahead and be 10 to hit V.
You wish, bitch boy.
All right, and the last one, as you're looking at your horse that reared up, lost the form of a horse, killed something, and reared back, you look over, and at the last moment, you look, and there is this snake flying full on at you, and you just shoulder check it, and its fangs miss you. The snakes did fucking nothing on their turn. Let's see here. But now, it's time for Python.
He's a big snake.
Okay.
He can do a
Eat
lot
my
more.
ass, Python.
Yeah, big snaky boy.
Cad, as you're looking up, kind of taken aback by the massive snake tail that landed on you, instead of being pulled back up to the ceiling, you feel a as Python releases his grip from the ceiling, landing on the floor in front of all of you. You see now his form. Now that you're up close, you can see more of his form. It is massively large. He is easily 70, 80 feet long, but he's curled and coiled along himself. His body, 5 to 10 feet wide at places, depending on where he's curved. But as you look at him, you realize that his skin is very loose and wrinkled. His ribs showing along the entirety of his body. His wings, which you now see, are flaps of leather that are almost stuck to his back. Python looks weak. He looks not fully realized. Some of you may attribute this to him only recently having risen, but that's for you to decide.
Sounds good.
He is going to go ahead and make his 3 attacks. First thing he's going to go ahead and do.
Do you want to roll that back? 3?
Yeah, 3.
Oh.
Let's see here. So he's going to switch that out. He's going to go ahead and use his 3rd foresight roll. All right, let's see here. Or one of his 3 foresight rolls. So that's down to just having 1 left. So instead of the one that it was going to be, Calliope, you see this tail slap around as you're ducked down, and it fully lands on top of you, reaching and pulling you in as the natural 20 hits you. Remember earlier when I said I rolled pre-game for a couple of things and it looked poorly for you guys? One of those was a natural 20 foretelling roll. This constrict hit is going to go ahead and deal double damage.
This thing fights more like Annie than Maya.
Let's see here. So that was a I would like to clarify this is a natural 20 and not how much damage it normally does. Callie, how much hit points do you have?
Oh fuck.
At the moment, 47.
Okay. You take 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
We forgot about my Festivity battle.
Okay, what's that do? That gives advantage on the first attack. I'll go ahead and give that.
Hit points and advantage on the first hit points to everyone except for Cad.
Okay, I will go ahead and I will allow that on the next going through the next round.
So what happens?
So we forgot.
Sorry.
Yeah, we forgot to trigger that something triggered upon initiative rolls with the Dionysus class, where each of you have an extra 4 temporary hit points. So if you've lost hit points, go ahead and add 4 back on. If you haven't yet, you have 4 temporary hit points.
Except for Cad, who doesn't get anything.
Except for Cad, who doesn't get anything. And the next attack each of you make will have advantage because we missed it the first time. I remember this, everyone. This is why I said reread your abilities. But it is okay. I will allow this to backtrack because I also forgot about it. I had no brain cell. So,
I shotgun something in the face.
So that's 26 points of bludgeoning damage. And can you please... actually, no, you are just considered grappled at this point. So, you feel the tail constricting around you, pulling you in. It's also going to go ahead and attempt to constrict Cad, who's directly next to you. Cad, that is going to be a... that is only going to be an 18 to hit. Does that hit you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
AC 19,
so,
motherfuckers.
As you see your sister grappled by the snake tail, it goes to sweep you up as well. And as you look at it, you just fall down, crouch behind your shield, and the scales slide off the top of you, you pushing it over your head, feeling this immense strain as the full meat of this creature goes over you. Its bony ribs poking through and scraping your shield. The last attack is going to go ahead and get made at V. That will be the bite attack. V, that is a 16 to hit. Does that hit you?
No.
Okay, so as you're looking up at it, you see this wide open maw just strike down lightning speed, and at the very last moment, you manage to drag your arm out of the way, where his maw easily would have grabbed you whole. But it strikes to the side of you, and it does not hit you, which is good to know. So that's what, 2 misses and a natural 20 on its turn? That tracks. Next person up is going to go ahead and be Addie, and then Maya, you're technically on deck, but there's a layer action in between the two.
Okay. So, Addie's not built for combat, and she's been spending, as she's watching everyone go around, she's like not sure what to do. And then he came down and she saw all like the wrinkles. and she's gonna cast Vicious
Oh, no.
Mockery.
Oh wow.
First off, I've never heard of a villain so, like, with a name so lame. Python. Yeah, obviously. You don't see me going around being like, strike fear, it's girl! Honestly, take a creative writing class and get some Botox, okay?
That's a whiz save?
Hellenism
Yeah.
is quaking.
That's a whiz
Just
save?
dunked on a whole religion.
So that's gonna be an 11?
Oh my god, no, it doesn't pass!
Wait, he's gonna go ahead and use his foresight to see if he can roll a little bit higher. He'll add a d4 to that. Oh shit, I dropped that d4. That's gonna be a 15.
Okay, wait. Let me see. What's my wisdom modifier?
Your proficiency
No,
bonus
it's
is plus
just your
3.
spell save DC. It's your spell, so it should be 8 plus. Okay, you should
8,
actually have a
it'll be-
17 if I remember. Because
It'll be
it should
8 plus 8
3
plus
So
plus
right.
6.
So no, he still fails.
So you see this, like, as you say these words, his eyes strike over and look at you, and there's almost like a furrow to the scaly ridges above his eyes, and there's this bright light of magic attempting to overcome the magic that you put into your words, but it crumbles in the face of a teenage girl insulting it. How much psychic damage does that do? 4 points of psychic damage. Let's see here. Jesus Christ.
Have I mentioned that Addie is my favorite?
And has disadvantage on its
so
next
good.
attack? Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh
That's
my
my
god.
turn.
Yeah, that's your turn.
That's my best friend.
I would normally have it use a layer action there, but it's just shocked. I'm not gonna have it do it there.
Yeah, it
Oh
needs
my
Botox
God,
and to
yes.
rethink its whole villain thing, honestly.
What is Botox? As it moves to the next round.
Didn't even get to. Didn't even get to monologue. This thing's a terrible villain.
It's so confused. Normally heroes let each other monologue. He was gonna let you
Yeah,
guys
he's
monologue
not.
too.
He's not a
He was gonna
bad
be
villain. We're
fair.
just assholes.
Yeah.
Yes, let me do my monologue. I've been waiting for. Nope.
Yep. Let's see here. So it's gonna go back up to
I
the top of
didn't come
initiative.
to
It's gonna-
fuck around, okay?
It's going to activate another one of the layer actions. This time, as you are all standing there, you see that pedestal or altar at the back of the temple begin to glow, radiant light spilling out of it. And as you're all standing there, you see beams of light shoot to both Python and the one injured spectral snake. Let's see here. As
Motherfucker!
you see their injuries begin to knit themselves back together, the arrows popping out of Python's body as it begins to regain hit points. It's going to be a total of
He's not even used to ancient Greek heroes. He's used to fighting Apollo.
yeah. Yeah. He's just like he's used to the monologue guy. You know what I mean? If any god's gonna
Yeah.
monologue. Yeah. So that's going to be the legendary action at the beginning of the turn. So then next person up is going to be Maya. V, you're on deck.
Okay. Maya's gonna fucking shoot at Python.
Okay. Sounds good.
Uh,
I will remind you that your friend Calliope looks very not well, being held by Python,
fine.
but she is within touch distance of you.
I haven't
Okay.
used my bonus action yet.
I'm just
That's
letting
it.
you know.
That's a 10
I'm
to hit. Oh
fine.
no, I have advantage.
Also,
never
would
mind,
you like
that's
to
not one.
before you tell me the number?
No.
Would you like to declare this?
I'll
as a
use it
DC
on my
shot?
second shot.
Okay,
Second
sounds
shot. Alright. Neither of them hit. That was poorly rolls. This one is going to be a bestial shot. It's going to be
Okay.
prowling.
Okay.
That's 25.
good. 25 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll all of your damage, including the additional
Okay.
1d6 slashing.
Yep. And that's
Do not forget your hunter's mark damage.
I'm not.
Okay, just making sure.
That's 16 points.
Okay. Oh, 16. Oh shit. Okay.
16 points of. And she's going to pour 2d6s into Callie. That's 4 points. But
Okay.
You have the next attack on her. It has disadvantage.
Okay. So you take your turn, pulling out your bow, this time feeling as you grab the bowstring, remembering it being made out of the souls and spirits of so many strong predators, you pull back the bowstring and the arrow within your hands begins to glow with spectral green light as you fire. And as it leaves the end of your bow, a spectral green panther appears, pouncing along the side of the arrow. And as it hits, it reaches behind, paw striking Python at the same time, knocking Python silly for just a moment. The next attack against him will have advantage. And you reach over, quickly tapping Callie on the hand as you see a bruised and bleeding arm kind of coming off the side of Python, being held in the air.
But
Callie,
a flesh wound.
you gain back 4 hit points and begin to glow with divine light. Let's see here. I don't believe you have anything else in your turn, Maya?
Nah, that's it.
All right, V, you're up. Luke, you're on deck.
All right, so the advantage from Festivity of Battle, is that just null and void because I already have advantage on it?
Yes.
Anyways, all right.
Yes.
No worries, it's all right. So my turn. I'm gonna try to get up to Bitch Boy.
Okay, you can easily get with it's within walking distance. You can get there.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit Bitch Boy with my big stick twice, or not my big
Okay.
stick. I'm gonna use my halberd, not the
Now
twice.
that its charges have been expended, I'm assuming you're stowing the thrysus.
For now, yeah. If I need
Okay.
it, I will take it out again, but I am aware of like, the actions needed.
Okay.
All right, that's gonna be 2 bonks, double bonk.
Go for it.
Pair
First
of bonks.
bonk. First bonk is a saucy 20.
Saucy 20 definitely hits.
Second
Nice.
bonk is a 26.
26, both hit. So you
Wisdom
run
save.
forward with your halberd. Oh yeah, wisdom save. It is going to go ahead and expend another one of its foresight dice. All right, that is going to be a 21.
God, how many?
For fuck's sake. Yeah, that saves.
Okay.
I know he's smart, but like, it was worth a shot.
No, he's just he has been watching you guys for a while and is very aware of some of your abilities.
I
Let's
didn't
see
even
here.
know I had this ability until today, so, the damage-wise, that is 8 plus 9.
9 total?
Hang on, I'm doing math. That is
Okay.
16 plus 9, 25 total.
Between 2 attacks, you run up, very quickly pushing the Thyrsus into a hook on your bag and pull the halberd from your back, slashing once, twice, 2 hands, bring it forward. You actually hear Python give a solid screech as like it's almost halfway between a hiss and a growl as it like this awful rasping noise comes out of its mouth as you very quickly drawn a Zorro-esque X across its body with your halberd.
Alright, Shambling
nice.
Mound.
Shambling Mound's turn, correct.
I would like to accredit this big brain move to the person who deserves it. Kate made up this idea, and I would like to act on it. I already got permission. How far away is the podium?
The podium?
Yes.
From like
From the
5 to
Shambling
10 feet
Mound.
from the Shambling Mound. It's like 5
Shambling
to 10
Mound's gonna go there and wail on it.
feet. Okay. So it steps forward. Go ahead and make 2 slam attacks.
Okay, first one is a 17 plus 7.
Okay.
24. Second one is a 23.
Okay. So as you bring it down, both attacks hit into the podium, and you immediately see this creature recoil back from it. It is going to go ahead and it is going to take a total of 12 points of psychic damage as it strikes the podium, and the podium seems undamaged.
Oh.
Okay. That is my turn.
Okay. So the next person up is Luke, and on deck is Cadmus.
Well, that changes what I want to do. Because I'm wondering if that's just because it was technically a non-magical attack, or if it's just protected.
I will let you know, just in terms of metagaming, that creature is formed of magic. Its attacks, for the purposes of this, would have counted as magical.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
For the
Yeah.
purposes of metagaming,
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth taking a turn
Actually.
to take out the podium.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna have to wail on this thing.
Just deal with it.
Yeah, okay. With that then, gonna fly up to Python and just give him the old 1-2 smackaroo.
okay, go for it. Roll 2 attacks.
What's the deal? Ooh. That's not great. 7 plus 5.
7 plus 5 is going to be...
Advantage on your first attack.
Don't forget the advantage on the first attack.
Thank you. That's much better. Unnatural 20. 15 plus 5.
Go for it. Yep, that hits.
Cool. Do you want me to roll the second one?
Yeah, go for it. You're not going to kill it this time, so just go ahead and tell me all the damage at once.
Okay. 11 plus 5. 16.
16. Just total damage between the two attacks?
No, that's to hit with the second
No,
attack.
that's the hit. That's going to go ahead and barely hit.
Oh, that's good. Okay, good. Right, okay, I will roll damage then. Right. So these are both d8. So 6 plus 3 is maths. That's 9 on the first one.
Okay.
And then 5 on the second one. And then bonus action, I'm going to use Battle Conductor. Please make me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save. That is going to be 17 minus 1.
17 minus 1?
Yeah, it's a 16.
My spell save is 16, so that
Meets it, beats it.
means it beats it?
Meets it, beats it.
That sucks. Oh well.
Yeah.
I tried.
So that was total how much damage?
9 plus 5.
So 14. Okay.
14, yes.
Okay, sounds
14.
good.
Slashing.
You run forward, one sword slashing down on it, the other bringing it around, and you make 2 solid attacks into it. Each of you attempting
Trying
to
to draw its
carve
attention.
into it. And you look at it, and it sort of looks at you, and then looks back and realizes very quickly that it is that it is being overwhelmed. So it is going to use both of its legendary actions. It's going to expend both of them for this turn to activate its temple control ability and force another layer action. Let's see here. It is going to... Here, let me see which one it goes for. That's going to go for that one. You see another ray of golden light reach out and strike it. It heals for... Okay. It heals for a decent amount.
Stop.
Stop it.
Stop.
I'm sorry. You guys are fighting it on home turf.
Yeah, well, he made it so that we couldn't destroy the podium, and that makes me sad.
All right. So next person up is going to go ahead and be Cadmus. Annie, you're on deck.
Okay. Right. Bonus action. Summoning Shadowblade.
Okay.
Shotgun
as a
is
bonus
away.
action, yeah, you feel the shotgun. As you feel the shotgun, you concentrate on no longer needing it anymore, and instead of your hand reaching all the way back, you feel this amorphous form just slide down your arm and reform at your waist. As your hand raises up, and the shadow blade appears in your hand, ready to go.
And I'm gonna slashy.
Okay.
That is a 16 to hit.
That exactly hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Terrific. That is a 2d6. That is a 11 plus 5 is 16 damage.
Okay, sounds good.
And then on my second attack, that's a natural 20.
Ooh, this is where, as you go to bring that shadow blade down, you see that green smoke that happened
It's
earlier.
fine, he's out of it now. He can't do that shit anymore.
This is different than the changing of fate. It is physically shifting and becomes green smoke. Can you please make me a whiz save to see if you hit it?
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's only a 16.
That, I believe, makes it. Let me double check. I gotta make sure.
Saucy.
Let's see here. Form of Mist.
I don't have very high wisdom.
EC 17.
Motherfucking
sorry, buddy.
shit. I've rolled
I'm
2
sorry,
nat 20s
buddy.
and neither of them worked.
I'm sorry, buddy, but
All
as
right,
you
you
go
know what?
down, it
You know what?
disappears in green smoke and
You
reforms.
know what, you scaly motherfucker? I'm action surging.
Oh,
Yes.
shit! All right, go ahead.
Right, well that's an unnatural 20 on the
That
first
hits.
attack, and
And it's already used its form of mist for the turn.
and that is a 24 on the second attack. Again, unnatural.
Both hit. Roll damage for both.
Right, okay, on the first attack, we have a 4 plus a 7, that's an 11, plus 5 is 16 again. And on the second attack, we have a 7 plus 5 is 12 on the second, that's 12 damage on the second attack.
Okay, so that's going to be a total of 28 between both of them.
Yes.
All right, sounds good. So you looking at this creature and the audacity of this bitch.
The
having
lion,
turned
the
so-
witch, and the
you
audacity
force
of this
yourself to
fucking
go
snake.
beyond your own
Name.
limits,
Eating the
And-
Botox.
and you grasp the Shadow Blade, this time gripped in that underhanded grip, and just begin to just fully hit at it, forcing 2 quick strikes.
I'm aiming for the area around Callie to try and weaken that.
Yeah, well, remember, the Shadow Blade does not do physical damage, it does
That's a good
psychic
point.
damage.
Never mind.
Yeah, it would not be able to cleave into the actual creature, but you see its pupils begin to dilate, the one that's the set of scales just pulling in on itself. Cadmus's turn is up. Annie, you are up. On deck is going to be Calliope.
And you have advantage on your first attack roll, and you are also muted.
Frick. Okay, so first of all, before I forget, bonus action. Oh shoot, it's a reaction, not bonus action. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and slap bracelet the whip back into its bangle form on my wrist and pull out my short sword and whack the giant snake man thing.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll 2 attacks.
The first is a 19, second is a... I'm gonna go ahead and... wait, is it worth it?
Use your advantage.
Oh, wait, yeah. That's a natural 20.
Is it worth using the last foretelling roll right now? No, it's not. No, it's not. Go ahead, go for it. Hit it with a nat 20.
No, use it, bitch.
So I do a...
Oh, wait, she can
let me
nat 20.
get out- Let me get out the pointy boy. So my pointy
You've
boy-
expended a lot of its resources.
Oh,
all
I
right?
rolled max damage. I rolled a max damage. So that is, on the first hit, that is 6 plus 6, which is 12, plus an extra 4. So that becomes 16 plus an extra 6 necrotic damage, which
By
that
the way, the
is-
dice for that is doubled. The hex is also doubled.
Oh, so that becomes a 4 necrotic damage. So that becomes 16 slashy damage and 4 necrotic damage on the first hit.
So you doubled necrotic damage?
Yes, I rolled
Okay.
a 2.
So that's going to be 20 points of damage. Okay.
And then that's my first hit. On my
Okay.
second hit, I do 5 plus 3, which is 8 points of damage total. It was 3 necrotic.
That's a lot.
And then I don't think I
Okay.
have a bonus action. Do I have a bonus action? No, I just have it hexed. Okay.
Okay. That's your turn?
Yeah.
So you look at this creature, slap the whip back on the hand, sword and shield out, and you just start. You take a page out of Cadmus's book, watching his form, and just begin to slash down into it. You did the exact same thing he did, but cooler. That's all I'm saying.
I was really
Page of
good
the
at.
Cadmus's
I was
book.
really
Annie
good at
is a
sword
hard
class.
hitter. People
I was
forget
really
she's
good
a
at
wacky
sword
girl.
class.
All right, that's gonna go
Annie
ahead.
is a soldier.
The snake fully rear back, and its eyes have been kind of
big
wandering
three
this
kid.
whole time
Yeah.
between each of you. They
Mhm.
fully lock onto Annie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Annie, your turn is up. Calliope, it is your turn.
Could I?
I see a Cadmus hand real quick
My
before
skeleton
we get
didn't
into.
attack.
I will
Yeah.
let it. It is currently trying to hunt down snakes, so it will make its attack on the one snake that is within distance of it. That is going to be a miss, unfortunately. Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Let you roll. I
It's
apologize. I'll let you
13 to
roll.
hit. I think.
That is still going to miss, unfortunately.
No, it's a 15 to hit.
That does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's
Nice.
7 damage. Sorry,
Okay,
thank you.
sounds good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry about that, Calliope. It is your turn.
It's okay. I was gonna say, can I try and wriggle out of this grasp?
That is going to be your action to attempt to remove yourself from the grapple.
I mean, I don't think hanging out in the grapple is great.
Okay, I was just reminding you, you have a bonus action ability that would allow you to escape it. So I'm letting you know.
Oh, can I? What's my bonus action ability? It's not shadow travel, is it?
Yes, it would be.
Yes.
You technically could shadow travel out of this without
But
making.
then I would waste a shadow travel.
Okay, just
No,
letting you know.
use it.
I'm just
I
letting
need
you know.
that.
The
shit.
situation
Alright.
you're in is precisely what I'm saving shadow travel for.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll me. Let me double check real quick. Roll me an athletics or acrobatics check of your choice.
As a reaction,
I'm gonna
can I
do
tilt the
acrobatics.
spoils towards Calliope?
Yes, you may. Yes, you may.
Calliope, you
So-
have advantage on anything you want.
Wait, advantage? I believe Tilt the Scales adds a bonus, if I remember correctly.
Mm-mm.
Is it
I,
advantage? Okay.
I give
Oh, it is
advantage.
grant advantage.
you
I
give
was
me-
thinking
Yeah.
of your saving throw ability. I
No,
apologize.
I give advantage and you give me disadvantage on something.
What was that?
I'm gonna use it on dexterity.
Okay, so what's your acrobatics check plus the advantage?
If you need it. If you don't need it,
Adeline
then
also
save it.
has
Yeah.
disadvantage on the strength check because of her.
So due to the wording of this ability, this is a DC. It is not a contested roll.
My first roll was a 16, and my dex is +4, which would make it a saucy 20.
So you, as an action, take your elbows and just fucking start wailing and sliding yourself out, and you land on your feet next to this snake. You can feel its blood and bruises underneath your hands as you crawl out from the snake's coils.
Can I
I
just get a
don't have a
clarification on
bonus
Tilda
action.
skills? Because she did not use the dice, does she still have it for a future roll?
No, that is specifically for that roll. As you
Got
grant
it,
the
okay.
advantage to that roll. Yeah.
Got it.
I don't have a bonus action, so I'd like to use my action to just move back to the exact same
Oh, so
position I
you're
was in
walking
front of Maya.
So yeah, you walk your way back around the snake, able to get back to where you were. That is your turn. Next up are the two radiant snakes that still exist. They are going to make, let's see, one of them. They're both in the general area of Addie, so they're both going to go. No, actually, one would make an attack on the skeleton, and one would make an attack at Addie. Let's see here. The one that makes the attack at Addie is going to hit. Addie, you are going to take. Let's see here. You're going to take 5 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
And you're going to take 4 points of poison damage as this small snake just latches onto your neck and just begins to squeeze. You feel this warmth pumping its way through your neck. Yeah, and the next one is going to attack the skeleton.
The snake
That is
gets
going to be a
drunk and dies.
Let's see here. The snake is going to take. It's actually. I mean, sorry. The skeleton is immune or resistant to poison damage.
Skeleton would be it's immune to poison.
Okay, so it's only going to take the 3 points of piercing damage.
It's still alive.
Let's see here. So next up is Python, and it's back to his turn, and he gets all his resources back. Thank God.
Nice.
He is, however, focused on one specific. Yeah, what's up?
All of his resources?
Well, not all of them, but all the ones that renew every round. So Annie, he strikes out with his tail at you.
Uh-huh.
That is going to be a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. That is going to deal you a total of 12 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are considered grappled. So as you're standing there with your sword and shield, it swipes onto you. It's going to go ahead and use its second attack to attempt to constrict you. So it's going to be made against you at advantage. 15 plus. So that's going to be a total of 23 to hit.
Yeah.
So as it picks you up, it constricts, slamming you into the ground. It's going to deal another. That's going to be 13 plus, and it deals an additional 1d10 because you're already grappled. Oh, that's really fucking high. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I don't get to attempt to escape the grapple. Like, I don't make a
That's on your
right
turn.
now.
I
That's
apologize.
on my
It's
turn.
your
Okay.
turn.
Yeah, it's on your turn. It's gonna be.
Oh my
21
god! I
points
just
of damage.
noticed the eyes and the. Oh man.
Yeah,
Bernie.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
good. That's
I
good.
love
Eyes
everyone
in the fucking
noticing this
eye.
at different times. This
Yeah.
is exactly
I
the
noticed
effect
it
I
before.
wanted.
Well, those are the eyes that are staring directly into your soul as you take 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Another
Oh.
21 on top of that
No, no,
12.
That was so. Yeah, it was the 12 from the first hit, 21 from the second hit.
What are you on, Annie?
Are you
Are
alive?
you okay?
I'm alive.
Okay.
What are you on?
But
I'm
he is.
just
But
bloodied.
as he sees your face impact the ground and you come up, you can feel blood trickling across your forehead and mouth, and you feel that copper, that taste of warmth in your mouth as he looks at you, as if to say, "Don't fuck with me again." He's going to turn. His spotlights remove themselves from you and back to Maya. Maya, he's going to make a bite attack at you. That is going to be an 18 plus 8 to hit you. Is it 26?
Hits.
Okay. May you please make me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh no.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use my foresight.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
23.
Okay. As he bites down upon you, you manage to grip onto the teeth long enough to not be swallowed. And he is going to go ahead, and you are going to go ahead, and you're going to take. Where's my other D8? There it is. You're going to go ahead, and you're going to take 12 plus 4, 16 points of piercing damage as the fangs chomp down on you. You are also considered grappled.
No.
So, that is going to be Python's turn. Addie, it is now your turn. You've just seen 2 of your friends take 2 big hits.
And I also have a snake in my neck.
Yeah.
There's a snake in my neck.
There's a snake in my
And they
neck.
also have a snake.
Why is
in
it
my
every time we get
neck?
back to Addie's turn, I just want to giggle? Every time.
Well, I'm about to do something that's gonna make you giggle too.
Oh no, what are you doing?
I'd like to
Charm
use
that snake.
my charm on the snake, and I'd like to say off, like it's a dog.
Down. Downward. Bad snake.
Wait, the snake that's on your neck?
Yes.
That's a wisdom save. Let me see here real quick.
Down.
That's a natural 1, so that's a -2.
Off the sofa. Get down.
So you watch as the snake just goes limp and it lands just fully on the ground. Spectral form just
Stab it.
Stomp it.
Stomp on its
I'm gonna
neck.
consider it prone.
Do all
Stop it.
do
How
all
the
could
fuck-
I
How the fuck is a snake prone?
It has wings, so there is a correct way up and a correct way down.
Okay.
Its wings are laid out.
would I be able to stomp on it? Or
That was
like,
technically your action to use the
Can you
thing.
use your movement to move 1 foot on top of it?
Roll me just a d20 plus your strength.
Okay. Oh my god, you're so good. 21.
So as you walk around it, you just kind of like prod it with your toe. I'm gonna let you do 2 points of fucking bludgeoning damage to
Amazing.
it. The skeleton who's next to you stops and looks at you and looks at the snake and looks at you and looks at the snake. In the purple little lights in the back of its skull, looking down and looking up at you.
I mean,
Obvious confusion on
It has intelligence. It can understand
Yeah.
everything that it knew in life.
Skeleton blocked a blow on me earlier, and I also want to say thank you, Mr. Skeleton.
Okay, sounds good. It kind of like nods back to you. Its bottom jaw clacking together. Beginning of initiative, the last layer action that hasn't procced yet is going to go ahead and proc.
Don't like it.
May every single person within the temple please make me a dexterity saving throw.
Don't like it.
Excuse me?
Everyone?
Oh, that's good.
Sorry, not dexterity. Constitution saving.
Oh, that's even better.
Okay, I was gonna say because I'm flying.
That's a 26.
Con. Oh.
I'm going to go through and get everyone's in a second. Don't worry about rolling them out yet. Just thumbs up when you have it.
Hey.
Okay. Addie, what'd you get?
13.
Okay, Luke, what'd you get?
13.
All right, Cad, what'd you get?
26.
26.
There you go.
Callie, what'd you get?
23.
Okay, Maya, what'd you get?
15.
Wait, no, 27.
Okay. V, what'd you get?
24.
24. Okay.
Sorry,
wait,
mine
no,
was
23,
15, sorry.
Okay.
23.
Annie, what'd you get?
I got 15. Sorry,
I
my bad.
actually got a 24.
24. Okay. So, those of you who got a 16 or lower
Oh,
are going to take
just-
full damage, and the rest of you are going to take half damage. As from the altar, you see this flare of radiant light and flames burst in a wave outwards as you take 11 points of fire damage and 6 points of radiant damage.
So that's
That's
17
half, so it's
halved to 8.
16 total.
Yeah, that'd be 17 total or halved if you succeeded.
So halved would be 8.
Annie, how you looking?
I'm still alive.
Bad.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
still standing.
I'm not looking great though. I'm looking.
Also, do not. Did you roll for the shambling mound and the skeleton, both of you?
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
That's less good.
Oh.
Um.
It's got a 19 without its modifier, and I'm
Okay,
pretty sure.
it succeeds, so it takes half damage.
Yeah. Okay. It's
Maya's
my my skeleton is
Maya's
destroyed.
on 1 hit point.
Good to know.
My skeleton
And
is
you are
dead.
considered. No, your skeleton is dead.
Yeah. He
As-
got blasted apart.
Addie, as you're making eye contact with the skeleton, this flare just scatters him into bones.
He just said thank you, and he like acknowledged that I told the snake to get off like a dog, and then I just
Yeah.
watch it get destroyed before my
Notably,
eyes.
Python and the snakes are not affected by this.
Is Maya
Oh,
affected?
shooting favorites are we?
Maya
Maya is in
is
its
still
mouth.
affected. Ooh, that is a really good argument. Maya, can you roll me 2d10s, please? In other words, a 100 percentile die.
Wait, am I grappled in its mouth?
You are grappled in its mouth.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
Yeah.
So as if you get a 35 or less, you don't get affected by it.
I'm in the middle of its
That
tail
would
wrap
seven.
around.
That's a 97, you
Yeah.
said? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, sorry. Sorry, Annie, that wouldn't be enough. Specifically, things in its mouth would be the ones not affected. Yeah, so that's the beginning of the round. Next up, Maya, it's your turn.
I was gonna use her action to get out.
Yeah, roll me an acrobatics check.
Come on.
Okay. Acrobatics?
Yeah.
You're good at this, right?
Yeah. 21.
Okay, yeah. You managed to pull the fang out of one of the teeth out of your shoulder, wincing like a squeak coming out of your mouth, and you twist yourself out of its mouth and land on the ground. You are considered prone, but you are out of it.
I'm prone.
You're prone, so you would have to use half your movement to get up.
How close am to the altar?
You, at this point, you would have landed on the other side of Python, so at this point, you're maybe 15 feet from the altar.
I don't
That's
think
enough.
going for the altar is gonna
Maya's
work.
gonna get up and run to it.
Okay, that is going to trigger a reaction from Python, but he will choose to not use the opportunity attack there. Because he's got another thing he's saving his reactions for.
Oh, yay!
We've not. Well,
Okay.
you got to remember, he keeps getting fucking smacked by this buff Hades kid. He's got to hold his reactions for that.
And this buff Nemesis kid.
No. You go.
Alright,
Oh no, you still go before him. Okay, yeah. So yes, all three of those. He's got to hold his reactions for.
Oh,
Um,
the podium? The podium.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I'm at
altar is what it is.
Yeah.
You would be able
And
to
I'm-
make it there, and you
Okay.
stand there, and you look down, and it's this marble block that has a slight indent below this like 2-inch lip around it, and it is perfectly smooth. And something your gut feeling, as fearful as it is, tells you to put your hands on it.
It's on it.
Okay. You place both of your hands upon the podium, and as you do so, I'm going to need you to just roll a d20 and add your wisdom.
Cleanse the altar. Cleanse the temple.
That's a nat 20.
So, I was actually really worried because you needed to beat an 18.
Oh.
So, as you put your hands on the altar, you feel this surge of radiant solar energy begin to push its way through your hands. It's almost like you are trying to wrestle with the sun itself, and you feel another presence also enforcing its will upon it, and the two of you begin to start a battle of the minds. And you look back for just a second, and Python is staring at you, its consciousness pushing against yours. You have succeeded in the first of a few checks you're going to need to make to wrestle the control of the temple away from Python.
Oh,
Boy.
Um,
and you have to beat
I
that
will
18
let you
every
know.
time.
It activates the first time you put your hands on it, and then you must do an action each turn to attempt another check.
So we gotta find a way to keep her alive.
My
She's on 1 hit point.
Bonnie, are you make
Right,
sure you're
right.
you're rolling the weight of dice I sent you, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Wait.
Do I still have my bonus action? Or
Uh,
was that it?
I'm going to say you expended it for that.
Yeah, alright.
Uh,
Okay.
So that Your hands are on the altar. Next person up after Maya. Sorry, I forgot to call it out earlier. Was V. Luke, you're on deck.
Can I get by Maya without getting
Maya is
shit wrecked?
about 40 feet from you at the moment, so you'd have to use. Yeah.
No.
Shambling mound between you and Maya.
Okay, but the shambling mound gonna do whoo in her direction. It's not gonna help.
It could always take the dodge action in front of her.
It could act as a mound shield.
All
could.
right. Just
shield.
gonna say this out loud. Shambling mound's gonna be Maya's meat shield.
Sounds good. So you command it mentally,
Protect Maya.
as you feel this creation, this construct that you've brought to life using the staff, respond to you. It turns its horse form galloping away from Python, who still does not use his reaction to make an opportunity attack. And as it reaches in front of Maya, its body leaps into the air, and instead of landing as a horse, it lands, causing a shrub wall to appear between Maya and Python. It will attempt to intervene as its action, so I will allow it to interpose
And
itself between Python and Maya.
For my turn,
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at it doing that, and I'm gonna say, "This is the definition of chucking it in the bucket," and I'm gonna take out the staff, spin it around, and make another.
I believe you only have 7 charges.
I
they're
do,
3
and I
each.
only used 4.
They're 3 each. Okay, correct. Sounds good. So you are going to make another one. Did you read? Did you read the whole ability?
That I have to command it what to do. Oh wait, no, I didn't.
Go ahead and reread the Guardian of the Vineyard.
I'm
Let me double
rereading.
check something because I believe I put a clause in there, but if I didn't, that's on me, and you can do this anyway. Oh, I didn't put the clause in there. This is what happens when the DM fucks up on a magic item. I'm gonna let you do it. This was intended to cause the first one to crumble when you make a second one. However, the
It's
DM
when
forgot
it
to put a
hits
clause.
0 hit points that it crumbles.
Correct. Also, I apologize. I'm going to be speaking for a moment, but I'm going to be unable to hear you as I must swap out the battery on my headphones. But yes, because I forgot to put the clause in the item, I will allow you to do this. Where are you causing it to appear?
Other side of Maya, just trying to protect as much as possible.
And that's the command you're going to give it?
Yep, meat shield
Okay.
up.
Okay, so this one takes much more of a brawling stance, but it is still going to be between Python and Maya. Good to know Maya has 2 defenders standing in front of her between her and Python. All right, next person up is going to go ahead and be Luke. Cadmus, you're on deck.
Okay, so realistically, what is going to be the most effective way to try and get Annie out? Because that's
Getting
what he's going
Annie
to try
out?
and do.
Would probably be to
Will
attempt
help.
to run up and use your own athletics check to attempt to pull her out.
Just hit her. Just hit the Python.
Just
Hit
hit him.
him.
Hit him. I can get myself
Hit
out.
her. Just walk up and like, I think we need to break up.
Mercy kill, Annie.
Right. So stabbing it will be the most effective thing. Will that, if I'm trying to stab
That's
like
not what I said.
around
That's what
it,
Cad said.
would that like help her
No, I
escape
mean,
on her
dude,
turn?
I'll get Annie out.
It's okay. Either way, the most direct action would be to pull her out. The second most direct way would be to kill Python. Those are the 2 things you could possibly do to get her out at the moment.
I'll get.
I don't
Annie
believe
out.
you have any teleport abilities, do you?
I do, and I was reading it, but it is only me.
Thunderstep is
Thunderstep-
only you?
Thunderstep is
not let
only
you-
me. Yes, you teleport
Yeah,
yourself.
Thunderstep,
Yeah,
you
it's,
should be
it's
able to
like
hit
it's like
someone.
no, it's like Misty Step. It's Dimension Door you guys are thinking
Oh.
about. It's like Misty Step
That's
is just you.
unfortunate.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
teleport yourself to an unoccupied space.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's very
Um,
unfortunate.
So I could try
Just
that,
whack
but it
him?
would kill her, because as soon as I go, I would
Yeah.
kill her.
Whack him. I
Three
can try to
can.
get myself out. I
I'll
have a
shadow
thing that.
trouble Annie
Yeah.
out. It's good.
I mean, I
Okay.
can also. I have a
Yeah.
bonus, but
Okay.
whatever you guys want to do.
So, go for it. What are you doing?
Yeah. He'll just, he'll fly down, and even though mechanically it won't make a difference, he will just stab
Start
just
hacking.
around,
Go for
just
it. Make your 2
around
attacks.
where Annie is, just trying to cut her out.
Make your 2
Um,
attacks.
First one is a 16.
Okay, that is going to barely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Just powers like 11 or plus 5. 16. Right. Second one is 15.
15. Okay, that
misses.
one does not hit. So go ahead and roll damage on your first one.
All right. 7 slashing damage, and then if I just thinking mechanically here, I'm just thinking through all my spells. If I use static tension to slow it, would that make getting out easier?
It would not. This is just holding
I'll just
onto
stab it one more time then.
Okay, go for it.
Another stab with the offhand. A natural 20. Wow.
Okay. It's going to go ahead and use its last foretelling dice. So it is out of these. That's going to replace that die with a 10, so it's 10 plus your bonus.
15.
That does not hit. Good. So right at that last moment, you feel this flare of almost like fate energy pull your dagger, your sword to the side, and it just misses the creature, skidding off the scales.
Yeah, just as last thing, just like whilst he's doing that, he's just gonna make eye contact with Annie and like, you're not gonna die here. We're gonna get you out.
Okay, I see a hand up from Addie.
I just wanted to say I looked it up and it's Thunderstep, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can take one willing creature that's your size or smaller.
Yeah,
it doesn't. No, it didn't say it on the thing that can I retcon and do that then? Because that's what I would have done.
Sure, I will have it regain its hit points. My mouse, for some reason, has just started to malfunction. All right, there we go. Let me just start.
Yeah.
I will let it regain all those hit points real quick. And it will regain that use of its foretelling dice.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just fly down to Annie and just like, because he's never done this before, he's just gonna straight up just attempt to try and pull her out and just will himself to get away from this, and then just there is a thunderous boom as they both disappear and appear. How far away can I go from this?
60 feet.
Yeah, 60 feet away. Just gonna.
Oh, no, 90 feet.
I'm useless if you pull me that far away.
Okay,
I will
like
warn you,
30
60 feet would
then.
be out. Okay, 30 feet will still be within the temple.
Okay, 30
60
feet,
feet, yeah.
and then at this, which is pretty good.
And it's a
'cause,
con save.
Yes,
correct?
con save, please.
That
Around
is
that area.
going
anything with
to...
anything with a 10-foot radius.
Correct, which I will also be Calliope. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
You wouldn't have been
no.
able to see this when you used the ability in the first place, so
Beans.
you couldn't
Shit.
have made it do about it.
Sorry.
Oh, please.
I got a 19.
All right, so it seems like both creatures succeed, so both are going to take half damage.
Yeah.
Roll low.
All right. 3d10. I'm rolling this on
Yeah.
rolls because I do not have that many d10.
I see a mute channel.
Right. That wasn't low. Oh my god. You're kidding me. I rolled 2 10s and a 9. 29 half.
Well, hey, at least it's gonna hurt Python.
That's going to be 14
14.
points of thunder damage.
Cool.
Callie, are you still up?
Sorry.
Yes, I am.
That is
Okay.
literally 1 off
Okay.
max damage. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so it's going to go ahead and take...
No.
At the end of your turn, as you reappear 30 feet away, it is going to go ahead and use one of its 2 legendary actions. And it's a good thing that Annie is no longer in its tail, because it would have just done a very powerful attack, which it is going to line up to hit V, Addie, and Cadmus. The 3 of you, please make me a dexterity saving throw.
Saucy 20.
Okay.
$18.
18. Okay. Okay, so all of you succeed, so you're going to go ahead and take half damage. Let's see here. That's going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage to each of you.
So that's 5.
No, I already have it.
Okay.
No, wait, no. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I added that up wrong in my head. It's 5. Yes, you're correct.
Cool.
You're correct.
I was about to be real heckin' concerned if 10
real
have.
Real heckin' concern. Okay. Let's see here. That's going to go ahead and put, that was the end of Luke's turn. Cadmus is up.
Wait, can I hold on? Reaction.
Okay.
Also, I think I have a bonus
Reaction.
action, don't I?
Okay.
Do you
So,
want to do yours first?
yeah, do the bonus
Uh,
action real quick. And
yeah.
we'll do reaction.
Yeah. Bonus action. It's would static tension count as a spell?
It's not a spell, no.
Okay, cool. That's all I can do then.
Okay,
So I will just static tension it.
succeeds to
Wisdom
save?
saving throw. Yes.
No, I said succeeds the save. It passes.
Oh, 16. Oh, sorry. I thought you said 16 is the save. Asking me a question.
No.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So it isn't slow, and it takes half of 1d8. 6, so 3.
3. Okay, 3
That's
points
3 lightning
of
damage.
lightning damage. All right. Annie, you had a reaction?
Never mind.
No?
The one time I remember I now have this ability, I'm too far away.
Oh, really? I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Okay. Next up is going
Sorry.
to go ahead and
Hate to say
Cadmus. Yeah?
Something I've been forgetting.
What's up?
Would this count as shadow, this whole area? Because
Yeah, there are shadows everywhere because all the lights are coming from your weapons and flashlights that you dropped at the beginning of
cool.
the
I
combat.
should be rolling with advantage on all of my Shadow Blade abilities, all my Shadow Blade attacks.
Oh, good to know. We're not going to retroactively do anything, but
I know.
good to know.
But good to know going forward. Right, that's an unnatural 20 on the first hit.
Okay.
And that is. An
do you know how much
unnatural.
damage?
So that's an unnatural 17 on the second attack.
Okay. So go ahead and roll damage.
It's 9 plus 5 is 14 on the first hit, and that is a 8 plus 5 is 13 on the second hit.
13 on the second hit. Okay, that's going to be a total of how much? I apologize, my brain lost track.
14 plus 13 is 27.
Okay, 27. Good to know. Okay, good. Okay.
And there's not much else I
Okay.
can do.
So, Cadmus, on the end of your turn, it's going to go ahead and use a temple control and force one more of the layer actions. For this one, let's see, it just used solar flare, correct?
Yes.
It just hit you all with a bunch of
Yes.
damage, so it's gonna go ahead and healing raise itself.
Ah, motherfucker!
Ooh, that's really good. Okay, so it regains quite a bit of hit points. Okay, as Cadmus, you look up at it. You take your dagger. You hear a of thunder as both Luke and Annie reappear in the corner of the room. You strike down twice with your dagger, and as you do so, sword.
Described as a sword in the spell.
It's a small sword. It's basically
you weave together threads of shadow to create a sword of solidified gloom in your hand.
All right, fair enough. But so this is where the people who write the book and people who draw the book should be fired because they're very different things. Anyway, your sword, you slash down twice. As you do so, another ray of healing light appears, pushing its way towards Python. However, Maya, will you make me a wisdom check?
14.
Okay, so that's higher than he rolled. Because of that, you will be counted as you rolled higher. So because of that, you will be counted as a friendly creature and will also regain the 18 points of healing.
Ooh, nice.
So, it's good for you to know. But because of that, I've been made aware that we need to take a small break just because I forgot that we're going through combat and everyone's a little bit fatigued. So we're going to take a small 10-minute break. Be back at the 40-minute mark. We'd love to see you all. We're going to continue this combat after the break. So we'll be back at the 40-minute mark of the hour. Love you guys. See you in a second.
Bye.
and server mute. There we go. This is much better. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dungeons and Demigods. We've just come back from our halftime break. Just to catch anybody up who was not here for the first half, because I did see that we got a raid halfway through. Also, hi, Eps Kelly in the raid. Nice to see you all. We are currently locked in a vicious combat with the mythical and giant snake known as Python in the Temple of the Oracle deep within a cave found in the Mojave Desert of California.
In the sweet Mojave rain.
I'm going to server mute you too, Cadmus. I'm going to fight you. I'll server mute you all. I'll go crazy with power. Don't think I won't. Anyway, our party members are not looking great, but they are indeed fighting Python, and hopefully they'll win without any of them dying. But bringing us back into initiative order, we've just had Cadmus, son of Hades, giving 2 solid strikes against the snake, and the snake has gone and healed itself. Next one up would be Annie, our daughter of Nemesis, and you're standing in the corner of the room about 30 feet from the snake. What are you doing?
Just gonna look at Luke, nod, and then run back.
Doing good.
Wait. All right.
Yeah.
Annie, go ahead and run in. Are you doing 2 attacks?
Yeah. She's in battle mode right now.
Heal
Thanks, but,
yourself,
like,
damn it.
I can't.
Do you not have any nectar on you?
Can't.
I do.
Okay, well you can then.
I can.
I think what you mean by that is
13
I
hit points
won't.
right now?
Or something.
Please
All
heal
right.
yourself, please.
Okay, go ahead and do what you do on your turn.
Ambrosia's an action, right?
To take yourself as a bonus action, and it'd be nectar, not ambrosia. Ambrosia's for status
Nectar.
conditions.
Okay, yeah, bonus action, some nectar. What is it again? It's someone remind me what it is, please, because I looked it up before.
2d4 plus 2.
It's a
Thank you.
healing
That
potion.
Yeah, I looked it up and then I forgot. You think I remember what a healing potion is? What do I do?
It's a healing
D&D?
potion
Like,
with downsides.
what do I do? Play D&D a bunch of
Not
times a
being
week?
cleric, man.
Yeah, couldn't be me.
That's 3 plus 4 is 7 plus 2?
Yeah, that'd be 9 points of 9
9.
points of healing.
9.
Sure.
Okay, that's a little better.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at him, nod, chug some nectar, crack the can against my forehead, and then run.
Not only does it not come in a can,
Yeah,
but also I'm
it's in a
okay with
hydro
that.
flask.
Fuck it. You put it in a Coke can before the battle. Let's do it.
I have
Alright.
like 10 on
Luke's
me.
just, Luke's just gonna have
All
a
put our
stunned
nectar
moment
into
looking at
Coke.
this, just like,
Yep.
what the fuck? That was
Luke
amazing.
gets an
I'm
opportunity
scared
to
and
take you
aroused right now.
What?
Huh?
Luke gets an opportunity attack as you run away from him. Luke, it's time. Turn on them, you traitor. So,
I was working with Python the whole time. Hail
Annie,
Python.
go ahead and run up and do your 2
Luke
attacks.
realizes he's scared of commitment, and the only way out at this point is to just kill her.
Murder.
Oh.
I'm too awkward to break up
Imagine.
with her. There is one way out of this
Imagine.
relationship. Till
Imagine.
death do us part.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna run up and attack Python. My first roll is a 22. Ooh, my
What's your
second
second
roll
roll?
is a. It doesn't hit. It's a 4 plus
Okay.
something.
For the
That's what-
first roll, you chug it, run forward. Your first attack, green
Yeah.
miss, and then reforms as your sword passes through it. As it
Oh.
uses its reaction to have you miss. And then second attack, you're so startled by this, you sword misses it again. So it's gonna be 2 misses. I'm sorry, Annie. I'm sorry. That's just, it was saving its reaction because it got through Cadmus with no nat 20s. It was saving its reaction for you.
For me? Oh boy, I feel so special.
Like fucking 3 of the biggest damage
No,
dealers go
I'm
before it
saying-
in a row.
Wait,
I feel honored.
this is the opposite of for you, I'm gonna let you hit it for free. It's
For
literally
you gotta pay a reaction. All right. That is gonna go ahead and put us into Callie's turn.
What's
Callie,
13
you are-
plus that 22?
You are up against the snake. You have very few hit points.
I'm fine. I'm good. If I move, do I provoke opportunity?
Away from it, yes. But
Cool.
you will remember it has just used its reaction.
Oh, true.
What does
So,
this mean? My
it
dumbass
means-
slow brain.
Opportunity attacks consume 1 reaction. It does no longer have a reaction.
I would
Legendary
What if its
actions,
fucking
though?
layer actions is taking another
It has
reaction?
also used its legendary actions for the round.
Let's
go. I'm gonna I really want to do something dumb just for aesthetic purposes.
No.
I mean, it's up to you. That's up to you.
Val,
Whip out
I
the
love
skateboard and I skate away.
Okay, sounds good. You like the wheels like on the stone floor of the temple, just and you full. Are you gonna go the full 40 feet away? Because that would put you out of the temple.
I go towards.
Peace out, losers. I'm out.
Yeah, Callie just says bye. No, I'm gonna go towards the podium thing at
Okay,
the
towards the
Shambling
altar.
Mound. And I'm gonna use
Just
my
as a
bonus
kickflip
action
out
to
the
chug
door.
some nectar.
Okay, so
I
you
kick flip out the
looking
door
at
and
it,
say, peace out.
just go by and skateboard around Python. You would actually make it to Bonnie or Maya at this point if you're chugging nectar on the way. Go ahead and heal yourself for 2d4 plus 2.
Yay! 3, 1, plus 2 is 5. Woo!
5 points of healing.
I'm 5.
And you're gonna go ahead and be right next to Maya at this point. You are there. You see Maya, like you see physical sweat pouring down her face as her hands are twitching, but still on the edges of this podium, and she has this deep look of concentration on her face.
Can I use my free action to encourage Maya?
Yes, you may. Go ahead. Give me one sentence. What are you saying to Maya?
I'm so proud of you.
Something Maya has never heard from either of her parents.
Oh.
So, next person up is gonna be the Flying Snakes, who are
Roll.
still around. There's 2 of them.
Roll for emotional damage.
The one that was prone on the ground is gonna use half its movement to flap up in the air, and it's gonna just go at Addie again, attempting to hit. Addie, it's gonna be 17 plus 4. It's 21 to hit you.
Oh.
That hitch.
It's gonna go ahead. Where's my D4? There it is. It's gonna deal 2 points of piercing damage and 6 points of poison damage.
Weak. I'm just kidding. Ouch.
Okay, it once again latches onto your neck and is just kind of there.
Have you learned nothing?
Down.
The second one that's much more damage is gonna go ahead and attack V. V, that's gonna be 16 to hit you.
Oh, it's so cute. No.
Oh, I feel so. But this is the one that's been bonking itself off your armor this whole time.
Wait till
I'm
it
just-
finds out I'm resistant to its damage too.
Oh. Well, now it's okay because the cute is over because it's Python's turn.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait for the end of this fight where Annie's just like, guys, I killed. Oh. Just looks at dead Python. It's just-
Don't worry,
So
guys.
currently-
Don't worry, guys. I got it.
Currently in melee with Python. There is V, Cad, and Annie. The 3 of you are currently in melee, correct, with Python?
Yep.
Calliope has gone off to be with Maya. Addie has been stepped back this whole time. Luke is still in the corner.
I'm begging you to move out of my range, bitch.
So, can you go ahead, Hannah, can you go ahead and roll me a d6 real quick?
3.
3. Okay, good to know. So, Annie, does a 23 hit you?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, no.
you are going
He's
to go
really
ahead.
mad at me.
I had that one go at random. He's not mad at you. That was just full on random. Oh, sorry, those were d6s I need to be rolling. No, wait, sorry, yeah, no, d6s are right, because that's constrict. Yes, okay. That's going to be 14 points of bludgeoning damage to you, as the tail once again scoops you up after you've just escaped.
Oh my god.
That would have killed me if not for the nectar. Thank you guys.
Let's
Yeah,
see here.
that's... Yep.
And then, Cadmus does a... That would actually also be a 23. Does a 23 hit you?
Yep.
Can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
Natural 20.
Natural 20, you succeed. Good to know. You're going to go
Oh,
ahead.
God.
Ooh. Just rolled max damage on
A
that.
natural 20 that worked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yes, Annie.
I have a reaction whenever this
Okay.
is done. Sorry.
Sounds good. You take 20 points of piercing damage as Python full-on bites into your shoulder, Cad. You are still considered grappled, but you are not swallowed.
Do I half that to 10? Or is that full
No.
20?
That's just from hitting. There's more damage if you were to have failed that.
Oh no.
Okay, Annie, use your reaction real quick.
Yeah. So seeing him attack Cadmus, I'm gonna yell out and swing at him.
Okay, go. Yep,
And
I see what
I
you're doing.
make-
You're using your wielder
yeah.
of vengeance. Got you.
Swinging at
Mhm,
me.
Wielder of vengeance.
You're
No,
wielding it
yes, at you.
Go
Plot
ahead
twist,
and roll the
Luke
hit.
and Annie were with Python the whole time. What do you think happened that month and a half? She was in his cage.
Of course.
You're not supposed to tell them.
So I make an attack. Oh, sorry.
Just a normal attack roll.
That is a 23.
That hits. That hits. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
So that is 6 plus 4 is 10 plus.
Oh, you are grappled. You would have made this a disadvantage. I apologize.
I'm grappled.
Remember when he hit you with the tail attack and you were considered grappled again?
Annie
that
can't
is
catch a break.
That's a
I thought grapple
14.
just restricts your movement to 0.
I believe grapple also puts your attacks at disadvantage.
Yeah,
I will
it does.
double check for you.
It does. We just had this
Okay.
in Sorodon.
Yes. Yeah. So what is that to hit instead, Annie? I apologize.
14?
That does not hit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. So
Anyway.
that's gonna be your reaction. And then as you swing, you miss. All right, I'm gonna roll to see if it's gonna hit at V or at Annie. That is going to unfortunately also be at Annie. I apologize. And you are already grappled, so you take the additional 1d10 damage.
Oh my god.
Annie, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna take 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm out.
So
Oh my
as you're
God.
standing there, Annie makes one attack, this rage burning in her eyes, and you see Python's tail raise, and there is a sickening crunch as it slams her into the stone below. This is good to know. Okay. I'm going to remind everyone that your death saving throws do not reset until after initiative is over, if you go down and come back up.
Terrific.
Just reminding everyone.
Wait, what doesn't?
If you were put conscious again, your death saving throws will still stick around even after you're put conscious.
So if I
again.
roll 2 fails and then I come
and then
back
you go
up,
down and then you
Don't?
come back and go down
Please.
again,
Another fail.
you only need the one. So
That's
remember that.
cool.
So those will go away once initiative is over. However, it is not. So that is going to be Python's turn. Addie, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Okay, I forget. Do demigods have 2-weapon fighting, or is that like a
Not
like,
naturally, no. You have to take that feat.
That's okay. So
Oh, wait, you mean 2-weapon fighting isn't like getting the
Like, being-
modifier on the damage?
being able to
Yeah.
use my
You
bonus
can
action
still
to
bonus
both
action attack with it. You just won't get to add your damage modifier to the dagger.
Oh, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
okay. So this is
That's what I've been doing.
So Addie is annoyed at this point with this stupid snake that like is coming back. She's on like
I
she's
love that
honestly
everyone else has been fighting this epic battle against a giant snake, and Annie's been fighting one snake.
this is
Addie,
on brand.
Annie's
Okay,
pretty
Addie.
unconscious.
Guys, this is the real Python right
Is
here.
this not on brand though? Like let's
It
be
is.
real.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so basically, she's
I want
going
you to tame the snake.
I mean, I do have pretty
No.
good animal handling, but she's gonna basically like along the lines of just like, do you seriously have nothing better to do? And then like dagger and like try to get it off of her neck.
Okay, roll an attack roll.
Okay. I get 16.
The snake is like,
16?
I have one job in
Yeah.
this
Okay.
stupid temple, and I'm
You-
gonna do it.
You hit it. Go ahead and roll damage. 1d4 plus either your strength or your dex, whichever's higher.
Okay, I'll go dex. Okay, 6.
You go. Are you done? And you stab it, and it goes. "Ah!" And it lets go, but it's still alive on the end of your dagger.
This is
Oh,
a battle.
Can I bonus,
This is a battle for
can I
the
bonus
ages.
action the other one? Use my
Oh,
other
what-
dagger.
Go for it. Go ahead.
When this when this epic battle gets put on like a vase, can on the other side of the vase be Addie and the tiny snake?
No. So this is like what it. So that's a 21 first off. But I
That
feel like
hits.
this is like what it would be. Like okay, that's 7.
Okay. Well, you don't add your dex to the bonus action one. Remember, you just have the d4 roll.
Okay, then that's just 3.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just picture,
Because it's still alive.
I just picture like if this were a movie, there would be completely different music going on whenever it did cut scenes to like Addie. Like there's
Yeah.
this huge fight with Python where it's like super intense. Annie's down, and then it goes back, and Addie's like, "Are you serious right now? Like, get off my neck!"
Yeah, it has 2 hit points. It's still alive.
God damn it!
That's the end of your turn, right, Addie? Or do you have a bonus action you want to use?
That I used my bonus action for the.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
All right. See, I thought we were gonna get like Addie pulling out the daggers to go stab Python. No, it's just this fucking thing.
Well,
Okay.
I can't just leave it on my neck.
Beginning of the round. Get another layer action. May everyone please make me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm good at these.
Thumbs up when you have it. Actually, Maya, before you make the con save, may you please roll me a Wisdom check. Just D20 plus Wisdom.
Yeah, Annie, you
Give me
failed.
Wisdom.
Natural 20.
That's a
That's
natural
an
20.
auto-death save fail, right? Oh my, thank God.
It would be considered an auto death save. However, Maya, you are counted as a friendly creature once again, and it ignores you.
Oh, just her.
Just Maya. So the rest of
Wait,
you,
so Annie doesn't take a death save?
Annie would take
No,
a
I
death
do.
save.
Oh,
So Addie, what
yikes.
was your wait, actually, yeah. Just raise your hand if you got higher than a 16. Okay, all of you would take half damage except for Annie, who just takes a death save. And that is going to go ahead, and that's going to be 7 points of fire damage and 5 points of radiant damage. It's going to be 12, knocked down to 6 points of damage to each of you. So each of you takes 6 points of
Okay.
damage. That's the layer action at the beginning of the round. Next
Addie
person,
looks terrible.
Addie looks. How bad's Addie looking?
4 hit points, terrible.
Okay,
God.
that's not good. Okay. Next person up is gonna go ahead and be Maya. V, you're on deck.
Gonna use that fucking action to battle control again.
Okay. Fun fact: I have been rolling at disadvantage for Python because he's below a certain threshold of hit points. Just letting you all know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
That's
What'd you roll?
another that's
That's some bullshit. What the fuck is
that's
this?
another natural 20. I
That
swear,
beat Python
I
with-
rolled
that
a
is
The
different
power of the
die.
sun in the palm
is
of my
two-
hand.
That is 2 successful checks. At this point
Nice.
forward, whenever there is a hostile effect made against other party members, such as the solar flare, or there's a healing effect, you may designate one other person to be treated as friendly. You still have to make the argument check every time.
Okay.
So, okay, just letting you know, you have partial control of the temple right now. Do you have anything to do as your bonus action?
Can I healing word?
You would be able to if you'd like to.
Okay, healing word Annie.
Okay, so Annie, you are laying on the ground and you feel fire press against your face. You have 1 failed death save, but you regain 1d4 plus what?
My wisdom modifier, which is 7.
So that's a
So, like,
so it's
7 in total.
7 in total. Okay, so you regain 7 hit points, Annie. You come back to life after being unconscious. You are still... Actually, he would have dropped you once he cracked you against the ground, so you are not considered grappled anymore. But that is something to keep track of. I don't believe Maya can do anything else, so V, you are up. Luke, you are on deck.
All right, welcome to V's Healing Delivery Service. Reaching into my bag, taking out my jar of dirt, good burying it up, tossing
Okay.
it into one of my shambling mounds, having it force feed it to Callie.
Okay. Allie, you see this
Giant
happening.
shambling
Do
mound
you
just-
allow it to happen to you? Okay, so you guys watch as V drops the halberd, reaches into the bag, pulls out a jar of dirt, and as she does so, you see that a pulse of green energy goes from her hand, and as it's rolling through the air, grapes are forming on a vine inside of it, and it lands. Shambling Mound flawlessly catches it and just grabs Callie by the face and just starts attempting to shove the glass
It's like
jar down your mouth.
basketball, just tossing some berries, and it's like
Oh,
slam
After the
dunk.
first few attempts, it's going to shake. Callie, can you go ahead and roll a d6 for me?
Roll 6.
So it's going to force 6 berries down your throat.
Alright, do I roll for that?
Yeah, you can roll for it if you'd like.
All right.
Don't forget it gets the
I-
additional healing from the jar.
I need a calculator. Oh,
There is 1d4
Calculator.
now.
thank you, Birdie, for that. Excellent. Hey, that's actually pretty good. 13.
13. You regain 13
Wait, no,
hit
that's
points.
only 4. I only did 4.
So roll 2 more.
Okay, I had to get a 1. 18.
18. You regain 18 hit points, Callie. You're looking a lot better.
All right.
Yeah.
Callie, what were you at before you got healed just now?
3.
Good to know.
All right. So if I made 10,
There are still 4 in the jar. They have not been shaken out of it yet.
can it pass it off to the other shambling mound?
I'm gonna say no because an object can only go so far in a round. Otherwise, you get like
Okay,
peasant
okay.
railgun shit, and that's just awful.
Okay.
I hate peasant railgun.
Very railgun.
All right, then the other shambling mound's just gonna hold its turn to
Gonna continue to take the dodge action on top
Yeah.
of Maya. All right.
Yeah.
I will say that did stop this one from interposing on Maya because
That's
it
fine.
did take the berry action.
There's
Just
another.
letting you know. Okay. All right. That's V's turn. Luke, you're up.
Okay. So after Thunder stepping away, and immediately running away again and getting down, he's gonna see all of this and just feel just pure rage, and he's gonna rush forward and just get in front of where Annie is currently lying. Just pure anger, probably have some lightning crackling off him.
Okay.
And he's just gonna slash this thing.
All right. Sounds
Like,
good. Two
leave her
attacks.
alone!
Yeah, full like lightning sparking off the hair and shoulders, running forward with your 2 swords. Make 2 attacks.
Plus what? 24 first one. That was 19
that
plus
hits.
5.
Okay, that hits. What's the second one?
17 plus 5 is the second one.
Okay, roll damage.
9
9.
and
Okay.
11. So
Okay.
20 total.
20 total.
And then,
Alright.
do I want to hit it again, or do I want to try and make a save? Yeah, I'll just battle conductor
Okay,
reactions.
sounds good. That
Yeah,
is
go on,
it's
save,
going to
please.
go ahead and use one of its foresight dice. That's going to be a total of 18.
Yeah, that beats it.
All right, that
Should've hit
succeeds,
it.
so it takes
Should've
half
hit
as
it.
much damage.
But yeah, he's basically just gonna stand between the two of them, just trying to hold its attention. Just
Okay,
pure,
what's
just
the-
rage on his face.
Oh, it's static tension is the damage. Battle conductor is the other one. Sorry,
Yep.
I was thinking the wrong thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you just stand there, swords crackling after having successfully hit it. Next up is going to be Cadmus. Annie, you're on deck.
Bonus action. Drink some god juice.
Go for it.
Nice.
That is a 7 plus 2 is 9 hit points of healing, which is nice. Up to 24. Then he's going to just keep wailing on him with a Shadow Blade. He's just yelling out curse words in ancient Greek. Just, Aigamisu malakas. That's a natural 20!
And it's going to use its reaction.
Nice.
Fuck
That's what it holds its
you
reaction
so
for.
fucking much! I fucking hate you!
Form of
I'm
this, Romeo
sorry
would
it
say.
passed. It passed. I'm sorry.
Natural
I'm
21
trying
with
to
save!
Okay, you still hit. You still hit.
Eat my ass, Python!
Okay.
Right, that's
My
an 8.
entire
That's
ass.
an 8 and a 5, so that's a 16 and a 10, so that's 26. That's 26 plus 5 is 31.
Okay. Okay.
31 points of damage on the first attack. I'm gonna roll to hit him again with my second attack.
Sounds good.
That's not a nat 20, that's a 21.
Okay, and start to use its reaction to go for it.
And that is a 7 and a 2, that's a 9 plus 5 is another 14 points of damage. Suck my ass!
That's good. You run up and just full on. There is fury after seeing 2 of your friends nearly dropped. Your sister almost killed. You bring up your sword, and you, your arm starting to just scream in pain with how hard you've been pushing yourself, moving forward. Your shield hanging at your side as you're focused purely on offense at this point. Yeah, that does a lot of damage. Okay.
Fuck yeah, it does.
So, at the end of your turn, it's going to line up its tail swipe at you, Luke, and Annie. Actually, no, let me see if it's going to do Annie or V. That's going to be a V. So let's see here. You, Luke, and V. Each of you, please make me, I believe, a dex save. Let me double check. Tail smash. Yes, it's going to be a dex save.
Dex save. Natural fucking 20. Holy shit.
Okay, what'd you get, Cad?
21 total.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize it was also hitting me. That is a what's the save? Sorry.
That's gonna be dex save.
Dex save.
That's an unnatural. That's an 18 total.
Okay.
22.
You all succeed, but I rolled fucking high on this.
Okay. Beans.
Sorry, when everything comes up 4, 5s, and 6s, it's like, oh, that's spooky. Okay, so that's gonna be 12, 17, 23.
Oh, that
23 plus 4 is gonna be 27.
That would have downed me.
Would have been 13 bludgeoning damage to each of you.
That would have downed
As
me.
Okay.
And that's one of its 2 legendary actions. That's the end of Cad's turn.
Okay.
Annie, you're up. Callie, you're on deck. Annie, you are
Okay.
throned on the ground, and next to you, you see your boyfriend who was standing near you, almost protectively with lightning crackling. Just a tail come out of nowhere and fucking slap down on him directly onto him and 2 other of your teammates. And it pulls back up, and you are laying there on the ground. What are you doing in that time?
Dating yet, but like,
You will be. You will be. We all know it in our heart.
So when I went down, Hex went away, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it would have broken.
Because it's concentration.
Is it worth to try and narcissist this bitch?
It's up to you.
Fuck it.
Do it.
Hex is already gone. I'm gonna try it. Okay.
You're gonna try it?
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to pool of narcissist him. I just closed it out. Let me pull it back up because I thought I wasn't gonna use it.
I believe, right?
Um.
Ooh, that's low.
Yeah,
he's gonna have to spend. He's after this. He'll only have 1 foresight die left. I don't even know if that succeeds still. That's gonna be a 14.
Nope.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a pool of narcissist off. Let me double check the wording on the spell real quick, just so like I know what he's gonna have to go through. But let's see. At the beginning of each of their turns, they must make a whiz save. On a failed save, their speed becomes 0, and they have disadvantage on attack rolls. Okay, good to know. Yeah, solid. So as you're laying there on the ground, you look up at the snake and reach into your pocket, pulling out this broken shard of dagger that shard of mirror that you've kept on you for just the whole time you've been adventuring. And you press your will towards the snake, and you see the spectral mirror appear in front of its eyes, and its slit eyes go wide, staring into it. And there's like this like humming noise coming from its throat as it begins to just look at itself in the spectral mirror in front of it. You've officially pulled Narcissist Python. Okay.
I'm gonna make this snake our bitch.
Are you gonna stand up with half your movement?
I'll stand up, I guess, and then.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So next up is
Give
gonna
a
be
bonus
Callie.
action.
Yeah, next up is gonna be Callie. Flying snakes are on deck.
How is Python looking?
Taking a solid second to look at him, not well.
Ooh.
Finish him.
Just worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, my dumbass plan. Would that potentially work with shadow travel?
Not without looking at it, still not without heavy damage to yourself. It's up to you. You could try it, but that's up to you.
I think I know what you're doing. Don't.
I'm just saying, you could try.
Don't do it if it puts you in danger.
Not worth it. You don't have that much health left.
You have 3 of
But
those
do
on
the
you, right?
rest of us. Yeah.
Callie, you have 3 of those on you? Yeah.
Yep.
You could potentially try. If you wanted to try, you could go for it. You do know it would harm you pretty well. Are you going to do it? You got to figure out what you're doing in your turn. Come on.
I turn to Meyer and I say, look after Caddy, and I do it.
Okay. I am going to need you to make your spellcasting modifier plus a d20 just to see if you can get properly in that. That is not an unoccupied space. So you are going to see if you can even do it.
No. Callie! Why would you do this?
So your spellcasting mod is, I believe, plus it's your Constitution modifier, so it's D20 plus your Con mod. It's a high DC. Okay, what are you doing?
Not 20.
Okay, so you,
Why?
It was not.
as you turn,
No.
look after Caddy Tamaya, you reach into your pocket and pull out 3 squished-looking lemon bars and open a bag as you
Oh no.
shadow step, releasing a bunch of ambrosia squares into Python.
Oh. Python's a god.
So he
Ish.
is ish, which means he follows under a very similar ruling that you would all fall under with this.
That's interesting.
So the first one will just heal him. He will regain.
Ambrosia doesn't really.
Ambrosia is status.
Wait,
Oh,
ambrosia is not nectar. Ambrosia's yeah.
Status effect. You're right. It doesn't heal.
Yeah.
And he's not currently under any status effects. So the first one doesn't affect. Second one is a con save. He's going to expend his last foresight die, and that'll make him succeed.
Then
And then
one.
the last one, that's a natural 1.
Oh,
So
yes!
that is going to be
That's
3d12.
60-12. That's 60-12
3D12.
total.
Oh,
It's
per
3d12
square eaten.
per square.
So
that's
technically
90-12. Holy shit!
Go ahead and roll 90-12, Calliope.
Holy fucking shit!
Hold on, I got my calculator out. I'll add them up as you roll.
Listen. I had this in my back pocket. The first one is a 9.
Quite literally.
9.
9,
Second one is a 10.
10,
Nice.
10.
Third one is a 7.
7,
7.
Fourth one is a 12.
Nice.
12.
oh,
The fifth one is a 6.
6.
And there's a 2.
yep.
8 is a 12.
12.
12.
And the ninth is a 12.
You're only on 8.
Nice. You're only on 8.
You're only
yeah,
on
roll-
8. One more. One
Well,
more.
Oh, the ninth is on a 2.
So that's going to be a total of...
72 points of damage.
72.
Holy shit!
May you please roll me your own Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
What is your maximum hit point?
Oh no. Kelly.
1.
51? Okay.
I rolled a 19 plus 4, which is
So it's a
23.
success. So first of all, just from teleporting into the space, before any reaction happens, you're going to make me a strength saving throw.
Yeah. So I'm bad at strength. This is 13.
That's a fail, so you're going to take full damage from its muscles contracting around you. So that's going to be... Okay, that's going to put you at 16 points of bludgeon or force damage as you're crushed. And you're going to take 2d4 points of
Stop.
acid damage from the stomach acid.
Oh.
That's going to be 3 points of acid damage.
I'm still up.
So,
Oh
you succeeded the Constitution save. So, as you all watch Callie just disappear, everything goes quiet for a second as Python stops moving. And his eyes, which were wide, focused on the mirror, the enchantment of the mirror, broken suddenly as you hear a as you see suddenly this section in the midriff of the snake begin to glow with red and orange energy, pulsing outward from it as a section of the snake explodes. Let's go! So, Callie, you are going to go ahead and you're going to take 36 points of fire damage. That does not put you over your hit point maximum, but it is going to count for 2 death saves because of how close you are to the blast. Callie's going to be laying there, just covered in soot, half of the jacket burned away. Hair on one side of her face burnt off, dying, as you see the front half of Python begin to fall, its body convulsing green smoke pouring out the back of it, it begins to struggle. Python has been brought to 0 in its physical form, which is going to unlock stage 2 of combat.
Oh, what?
That is not going to kill Python,
That's a stage 2.
but
Stage 2.
that did
Sorry,
a
that was
lot.
aggressive.
Callie, you have 1 death saving throw remaining. You will not have to make that until the beginning of your turn. Unless you are struck by an unfortunate effect. And I'm going to have to roll a couple of things to see if Python is even pain blind enough to notice that you're alive. Okay? I want to be completely upfront with you that I do not know if he even notices that you are alive. Because to be honest, you're really real close. So, Cadmus,
Do
me,
that
please roll me a
coding.
d20. It feels right for you to be the one to do this.
That's a 19.
Python is going to turn and use his legendary action to slam his smoking tail down on Calliope, dropping her to 0 hit points and killing her. And the snake is still writhing in pain, still there on the ground, but you all see that smoke tail rise up from Calliope, her broken form on the ground, burnt, bruised, but somehow still not dishonored. She still has almost a smile on her face as she goes out. The snake is still there, so we will be continuing with combat. But that is 1 player death. I apologize for continuing on, but
No,
it is
we gotta kill him. We gotta kill him.
but it is now Python's turn. So he is going to by the way,
We'll
at
save.
this point in time, before any of that happens, actually at the stage 2 of combat that would have broken the spell on him because he's no longer considered the same creature. But Maya, as the snake explodes, you feel the temple fully come under your control as he is forced out of the temple from taking such physical damage. So he no longer has access to the layer actions, but you, in fact, now do. At the beginning of each turn, you will be choosing. I will be sending you the file for the layer actions now. Just letting you know.
Done it before you struck.
Unfortunately not. It's at the beginning of each initiative each turn. So I'm going to be sending you the item, or not item, but the card for the layer actions right now.
I want to point out that Aaron is fully to blame for what's about to appear on screen.
Oh boy.
That's
I'm
also
scared.
there. So
Oh my god.
Wait, what? I don't see anything.
if you'll check Calliope's overlay.
Wait,
So because it is now his turn, he has been greatly reduced. He has been reduced to just his bite attack. He's going to weakly attempt to bite into one of the 4 who is in melee with him. I will roll a d4 to see
Bring
who that
it,
will be.
fucker.
That is
Who are the
going
4
to
in
be a Cadmus.
Bring
So-
it, bitch.
He's going to... He no longer has access to his swallow ability, as he does not have a stomach. And that's going to miss. As the snake's head weakly claws into the ground next to you with its teeth, pulling itself forward, eyes of rage staring at you.
Eyes of rage staring right
Wielder
fucking
of-
back.
What was that?
I'm gonna wielder of vengeance him.
That would still trigger. Yeah. Go ahead and
Yeah.
make that attack roll.
That's a 19 plus. Yeah, that. Where's my d6? I lost my d6. 6 points of slashy damage.
Yeah, it's going to go ahead and deal 6 points of damage. And as you see it, as you physically cut into the snake, more green mist begins to pour out of its body. And it takes the full damage. Which is, it looks like its form as you hit it seems to continue to deflate, almost like a balloon, as essence of it begins to escape. You see sections of its skin that that are no longer attached and flapping off, beginning to crumble into golden dust. That's going to go ahead and put it down quite a bit. All right. That is going to be its turn. Addie, you're up.
Did the snakes not go?
At the resetting of the temple, the small radiant snake that is attached to you, it would currently see you as a friendly creature and no longer is attached to you.
I take my dagger out of it.
Okay. And
I never
it
took it out.
seamlessly slides off and just moves, flapping, quietly watching as they have not been given an order at the beginning of combat, or an action to. Sorry, yes, orders to act on this combat.
Okay.
So it's there.
I'm gonna drink these flasks that she gave me.
Okay.
Oh. 7. So I regain 16 hit points.
Okay.
I think that's all I can do.
That's fine.
Yeah.
At the beginning of initiative, the layer action will trigger. What form do you choose for the layer action to take at this point in time, Maya, as you look over and you see the fallen form of your friend? And this pathetic half a snake, mostly smoke cloud creature crawling its way along the ground. Its body quickly losing mass and deflating.
She's gonna solar flare it.
All right. It has disadvantage on the save. That is a 1. It will fail. Go ahead and roll me 2d6 fire and 2d6 radiant damage, please.
20 points.
What'd you say?
20 points.
So
of
you
damage.
stare at it, and there is this rage in you, surpassing your gut feeling, surpassing your emotions. You just look at it, and you feel this sun flare from the temple underneath your hands, the flames pushing through your fingers like water and converging on this creature, burning away sections of the gas cloud, leaving behind only what is now leaking out of it, its scales scorching as it takes 20 points of total damage. Do you have anything? And that is actually the layer action, so now it is your turn.
I'm assuming I can take my hands off the podium now.
You may. You feel as though you have a connection to the temple and you have full control over it.
He's gonna shoot at it.
Are you going to do a normal arrow, a bestial arrow, or perhaps the arrow Apollo gave you?
She's gonna use the arrow that Apollo gave her.
Okay. You reach down into your quiver where you've already placed this arrow, flipping open the box with a single motion of your fingers, eyes not leaving this pathetic beast. Place it into your bow and pull back the string. Roll an attack roll. Also, add an additional 10 to this roll.
Come on.
That's 36 to hit.
Okay. Okay. So instead of you rolling normal arrow damage, may you please roll me
Crazy
4
damage.
d12s.
Damn.
Come on, Maya.
Uh, 37 points.
Okay. As the arrow flies true from your fingertips, it strikes the snake, causing a radiant explosion of a magnitude that you've not seen before. Do you have a specific way you want Python to be dispersed?
Just gonna fucking look at it, just tears streaming down her face as she just hits it right in the forehead, just right in the center,
And it,
right between the eyes.
as it hits, the arrow strikes and lands between two scales. For a moment, you're confused as it looks like it does almost no damage. And then you hear a slight click. And it's almost like there's a warm hand on your shoulder, sharing in your sorrow, as you just watch the head incinerate, turned completely to dust, as this explosion withholding that 10-foot sphere around the head makes it no more, almost silently exploding into golden light and then imploding on itself. The creature known as Python has been dispersed. That will be the end of initiative.
Is there
I was
anything
gonna
left of
run
him?
To Callie.
I will get to both those in just a moment. So we have Maya sprinting to Callie.
Cad's also sprinting to Callie.
Yep. So the two of
think
you
we
make
all
it
are.
there. I think all of you would converge. Am I
Mhm.
right?
Annie's standing there frozen, staring down at Callie.
V, I see a hand.
Just-
I'm giving Addie a hug.
Okay. Those of you come together and begin to mourn immediately. Callie laying there, Cad on one side of his sister, looking down at her broken form.
Cad's doing the
I
exact
was
same thing
gonna
he did
put
when
in
his mother was attacked. He's just trying to resuscitate.
Yeah. And Maya,
I'm
what are you
gonna
doing?
put in the hands of light. She's trying to heal her. She's gonna try and use a lair action to try and heal her.
So as you both run up, you both make it to her at the same time, and you kneel. And from Cad's arms, you see these tendrils of this black, smoky essence pulling from him as he is constantly pushing this energy into Callie. At the same time, you see Maya, her own radiant energy coming from her fingertips, pushing through these pulsing, swirling, opposite yet somehow connected energies pulling together. You see the temple itself, the runes and words of paragraphs of text and sculpture, each glowing rays a light, pushing into this lifeless body as it does not resuscitate.
He's just pulling Callie into him, just pressing his forehead against hers.
Mhm.
And he just breaks down crying.
Mhm. And time passes. After 15 minutes of silence, you hear Luke, you'd be the first to notice this. You hear footsteps, slight, normally not noticeable. But you look up and you see a bruised, bloodied, battered version of your mother standing at the front of the temple. Eyes immediately filling with tears when she sees what's happened.
Just gonna during that time, I think he would have just taken Annie's hand, as just watching what had taken place. And when she comes in, he'll just turn to face her and just happy to see that she's alive. A mixture of both happy and sad tears.
Mhm.
He just
I
shakes his
see.
head.
Mm-hmm. You
Cad's
see
gonna look.
Cadmus hand?
When Cad sees that Sylvia's come in, he's gonna look up. He's just gonna say, "Tell me you killed her."
We can talk about it later. At this point, Addie or V, can you each make me a perception check, as you would be closest to this at this point?
That's just a slap in the face.
19.
So Addie,
Natural 20, 22.
okay, so both of you would see this, the two of you holding each other, and after you're still holding that embrace, but you look up, looking around, and the spot on the ground where there is a scorched circle of stone, it seems almost insignificant right now, but it must be mentioned that there is this section of snakeskin laying on the ground.
Do you see that?
Is gonna move from hugging to her hand and lead her over to it. Kind of look at it, feel it a little bit.
You pick it up, and it looks almost like a waistcoat. Almost, it's It's this rough-hewn brown snakeskin vest.
I'm gonna look to the vest, look to Addie, and say, "This is ugly." But it was never meant to be. Gonna kind of take it over my arm. Tap Maya on the shoulder. I'm sure she's...
Maya's still there on her knees in front of Cad, who has Callie wrapped in both arms.
He's holding Kelly's hand.
It's still warm.
This is yours.
It's just... She's not gonna look at it. She's just gonna keep looking at Callie. And Cad. Why isn't she coming back?
He already came.
Why didn't he let you? Why didn't he let her come?
That wasn't the deal. It's not over yet. We should... She doesn't deserve to stay in a place like this.
No.
Cad's gonna
I'd
lift her up and start carrying her out of the temple.
say
I
we
s-
could bring her back to camp, but I feel like a demigod burial isn't something she would
Cad,
want.
you said you guys liked that cave, right? It was
Yeah.
comforting. Maybe there?
Mm-hmm. We get some wood.
Yeah. So after 20-something minutes, you gather yourselves, remove yourselves from the temple, and begin to hike slowly back the mile and a half to the cave. I see a hand from the...
I'm gonna put on the vest.
Okay. That's fine. You slip it on. It's cold to the touch.
Addie's gonna try to, laugh a little through the tears and be like, that looks awful on you.
I know.
And
And squeeze her hand.
you guys take some time to walk across the hot desert, the heat no longer bothering any... Oh, I see a Luke hand. Yes.
Just as everyone's kind of collecting themselves, Luke's just gonna go over to Maya and give her a big hug and just say, "You did everything you could. We all did.
She made
Kelly
her
cared about you a
choice.
lot. And I'm sure she'll be glad to know that we did it. All of us together. She died a hero.
Cad.
Mhm.
Don't protect her.
I know.
And with that, you take off across the desert. Eventually finding your way to that windy crevice between two large rocks where there is that small, maybe 2-foot wide opening into a cavern that wouldn't have been noticed had you not teleported there on a whim. And after Cad steps into the cavern, there is almost a veil of darkness that falls over the front of it, preventing the rest of you from following. It's not a physical wall, but it's almost this sense of foreboding, of unwelcomeness to the rest of you. Cad, you begin to walk through the cavern.
Fox, now you choose time to freeze, do you?
Alone, but for the body of your sister.
The bloody thing froze right as you said that. I heard it.
And okay, and you step forward. The darkness not bothersome. You know these tunnels, even though you shouldn't. You've only been here the once, and as you make it to the large chamber, something just feels right to sit your sister down on the ground. And as you do so, a glimmer catches your eye in the dirt. There is this small, it looks almost like just a small quartz crystal on the ground. And as you reach down to inspect it further, you see another and another appear on the ground next to you. And one by one, they surround each of you and your sister and begin to grow forward, inward, towards you. And slowly the crystal grows itself, each piece building on top of the other, large 2-foot to 3-foot sections appearing out of nowhere, grabbing onto Callie's body and pulling it further into the earth.
Cad's gonna take the choker from around her neck, and he's gonna pluck out the eyeball that's in it, and he's gonna toss the joker aside for the others to find.
Yep.
He's gonna pocket the eyeball.
And are you going to walk into the underworld?
He's gonna just, as Callie is being taken in, he's just gonna say, "You died fighting a battle you had no part in, and you didn't want. And that is an injustice I'm not gonna let stand." And he's gonna walk into the underworld.
Yep. And that is where we're going to leave off today's session. We will be continuing with our epilogue episode, our wrap-up episode for the current quest next week. We will be starting a little bit earlier like we did today. I know that people have RP moments they want to get to, and you will be getting to that next session. I apologize, but I feel like that is the good point to leave it. We will be starting a little bit later as we did this week. We will be beginning at 4:15 PST, 7:15 EST. It should be a shorter episode because it will be a bit of a wrap-up for what everyone getting back to camp, for summarizing what they'll be going through over the next few months before we begin the next quest. We will have updated details on the next quest once that live stream begins. I would like to thank everyone. The concurrent viewers we've had have stayed over 20 the whole time, so you guys have been with us the whole session. Thank you for staying here and watching something that, while very dark and very sad, was very special to all of us. I think I speak for all of us when I say that we had an intense evening, so we're going to go ahead and end it there. Thank you, guys. Go ahead and take us out if you can, Birdie.
Bye!
Bye, guys.